Oh, I got wiped out, didn't I?
Go. Right, I'm going into the comms box. Catch you in a bit. Best of luck, everybody.
Cheers, mate.
All right, Daniel.
Hang on, I'll be there in a minute.
Yeah, man, no rush.
Note to self, don't get animals.
Why?
They piss and shit everywhere.
That's all shared around. Close that. That can go to the live screen.
So my cat got trapped in my room the other day.
Shit everywhere.
No, he pissed on my bed.
Ah, brilliant. Lovely.
So, you know.
Who the fuck's this? I'll just use my driveway for you to turn around. Yeah, all right.
I'm a fucking genius. Oh, God, I love the taste. I meant smell. That's the one. I love the smell of piss in the morning.
Love it.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, Ben's running late. So just Argent the waiting corner, and then that's everybody here.
Oh, didn't realise I lost a leg. Not good.
Right, I'm just going to the toilet quickly. I'm back. Right.
I have a massive penis.
Yep. Can confirm this.
You've seen it, have you?
Hard to miss it now when you see the bulge in your trousers, mate.
Don't be jealous, Beth.
Fucking chopper.
No, I actually have a fucking chopper. Unlike Jamie, the fucking milk.
Yeah.
I like the fact I'm sat there, right? I'm in the gym, and I'm sitting there going, "Oh, it's so nice. I might just push a little bit more because I don't have to commentate." And then you message me, and I'm like, "Oh, for fuck's sake!"
Yeah, he's texted me this afternoon. Do you think Joe will be able to commentate? I'm running late. I'm out. Text Joe, and I was like, "Joe, do you fancy doing it tonight? I know you enjoyed last night." He says, "I'm at a charity football match." Yeah, there is.
And you got me in the fucking gym.
So that is everybody turned up for tonight. Oh, it's in the dining room. Rob, we needed it for Rob so we could do the life points for when we played Yu-Gi-Oh!
Don't ask me why I'm spamming the bloody 100 button. I'm just bored.
100?
Yeah, you know there's a heart thing there.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah, you're on the normal
you can
chat,
change it to 100. Oh, God, I should probably log in. I'm sitting here spamming other stuff, and I'm not even in the lobby.
Okay, 8, 16, 24. We're about 24 seconds in a moment till we go live.
Quick question.
Yes.
How do you manage to figure out exactly when to start talking? Because I still can't figure it out.
It's roughly, I set the tables. When you're on the Streamlabs, you're looking at Streamlabs, and roughly figure out when the tables are done, which is about 8 seconds.
No, what I mean is, like, Streamlabs has a delay, doesn't it?
Yeah.
When you actually start talking.
What I'm saying is that on Streamlabs, when you see the tables go, because they're 8 seconds each table, so when you see that last constructors table, it then goes to the thumbnail for next week, which is only about 3 seconds long. When that thumbnail comes up, I start talking.
Right. Okay.
So like 3, 2, 1. In fact, what I'll do is I'll go a little longer this time. So when that thumbnail comes up, it's up for like 3 or 4 seconds, yeah?
That's funny.
So you know that when that thumbnail comes up, you've got about 4 seconds. So if you start talking and then look at the live stream before you press transition, you'll know what second you're on. So when you see that second, you can just go. So right, I'm going to start 5, 4. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to SimPlay Motorsport here for the Pro-Am evening. It is the halfway point of the season, and it is Pro-Am night here at Brands Hatch, the British roller coaster of some circuits here in England. One of 5 that you'll see in the Porsche Cup starting on Sunday night. I'm your host, Matthew Duffin, and I'm joined by my former partner in crime, no longer this season, but it's nice to be back in the booth with my former partner in crime. It's Dan Davis who joins me tonight. Dan, good evening to yourself. How are you?
Well, I'm a bit tired, worn out, because I really wasn't expecting to doing this right now. I was in the middle of the gym session, and Matt messaged me, "Can you get in the comms box?" So, hello everybody. You're going to be hearing me twice this week here at SimPlay Motorsport at the famous Brands Hatch circuit, and let's enjoy some chaotic racing here tonight, Matt.
Let's enjoy some chaotic racing. Indeed, it was a fantastic night last night in the Amateur League. We saw some brilliant racing with the AMs, in which, just to clarify last night, Ben Bath, we've looked and studied his footage that he sent us, and we've looked and studied our stream. He did finish in second place. We are not sure what happened, but he had a spin. He rejoined from his spin at the back of the pack, and the game has not registered him as crossing or starting the race. It registered him as being a lap down, which was false. So Ben Bath did cross the line in second place with Sharkbait the winner, meaning that Ant downwards all drops back one place to it, excuse me. But it's not about the AMs tonight, it is about the Pro-Ams, and we've got fantastic racing coming your way. In terms of certain Pro-Am achievements tonight, there's only one, and that is Argent on his 50th race podium. If he gets one in one of the 2 races tonight, it'll be podium number 50 for him if he can get it. In terms of McLaren, they are still 4 wins away from that elusive 50th win, and really are struggling to get there. Since they've had this opportunity, McLarens have just started to stop winning at the moment. In terms of other achievements, 7 race starts for McLarens, and there's 2 for 6. It will be done tonight. McLaren will get its 500th race start tonight here at SimPlay Motorsport in race 2 as a manufacturer. Honda as well are 3 podiums away from that 50th mark, which will probably be tomorrow night. And as we've known now for what must feel like at least a year, Gary 131 is 1 pole position away from 25. But the fact we don't do the top half can't qualify anymore, Daniel, means that I don't think Gary will get that this season.
No, I don't think he will.
That's been there for quite a while. In terms of qualifying bans then, Smokey Devil and Sekulovic both on a quali ban in race 2, meaning they cannot do the 10-minute qualifying session. And Mordecai, who should be on one as well, is not here tonight, so he will not be able to do his qualifying ban. The championship standings look a little like this. 306 drivers' championship points still on offer. And it is Louis Allen, yet to win a race in the Honda this season, but he's so consistent that he is 11 points clear of Exit Tibbs with Noza. Currently the man sitting P3 20 behind. Sooty Apex missed a week, but is proving that a couple of race wins to his name, which count 113 points, 30 off the back of the championship. Kulovic, after his retirement last week, excuse me, means that he drops down to 108 points in P5. Argent, not seen him on the podium all season, but has quietly gone about his business. He's P6. Daz Automatic, P7, 99 points. He's obviously missed a week with work as well, so he's trying to bounce back. PM Motorsport just starting to struggle a little bit here, tumbling down the standings at the moment. He's P8. X-Fate Silent, not here tonight, P9. Smokey Devil is then the man in P10 on 93. Monkey Boy not here on 91, with Mordecai absent as well on 84. Hypertech in his Ferrari finally got a good week under his belt last week. He sits P13. Bryn, currently up in P5 at the minute in the session, having a good session, is P14 on 74 points before DJ Phil, who is down on 71 points in 15th place. Smithy then next, who is in P15, rounding out the back part of the field before Max Mulder, who just cannot get going really in this championship. Every time he gets a good result, he's either been penalised or then has struggled the week after. That has cost him. AK Fix not here on 52, and Dean Wisocki rounds out the pack on 10 championship points. With 582 championship constructors points to play for, the gap is this: Titan Oro Racing of Daz and Louis Allen, 38 clear of Dynaco Racing of Monkey Boy and Sooty. SRL Pink McLaren Racing of Exit Tibbs, I keep saying Exit Tibbs and it's not, he told me that the other day, of Tibbs and Max Mulder are P342 behind. Back to front of Argent and Smithy, they are on 72 behind. They're 170 points. East and West of DJ Phil and PN Motorsport are on 165, 77 behind. And MBR Racing of Mordecai and Bryn are on 158. In terms of the most pointless championship at SimPlay Motorsport, McLaren are 405 points clear of Bentley, who themselves are 130 clear of Ferrari, who are then close with Porsche in 4th, Honda in 5th, Aston Martin 6th, Audi in 7th and Lexus in 8th before a big jump back to Mercedes and BMW tied on 93. Nissan in 11th on 67. Lamborghini's none of them anymore. We've lost Osloff and Welshie for the season. And the Jaguar that made its first appearance last night. So they are your championship standings. This is what we have out on track at the moment, Dan Davis. Mixture of cars, mixture of talent. The last time we commentated Pro-Am, it was heavily Lamborghini or McLaren. We've got Lexus, we've got BMWs, we've got Aston Martins, Ferraris, Bentleys, Porsches, a different variety of the grid out there. And it's nice to see this season the variety of cars we have on offer.
They're all boring, bar one.
Porsche?
Lexus. Go on, Bryn. Go on, Brinsley. Yeah, I mean, it is nice to see some new cars on the grid, but the McLaren and Bentley are just boring, aren't they? Boring cars. I know you would say otherwise, but they're just the same option, aren't they?
Do you know what, though? I have to agree with. They're like the Lamborghini and Mercedes of project cars, aren't they now? The Bentley and the McLaren.
Even the Lamborghini these days is a bold choice. Me and Fury obviously ran it. Welshie and Stel Sloth ran it. Not
Yeah,
many people
Shane and
run the
Bryn.
Lamborghini, but it is a very good car if you know how to drive it. It's the same with the Audi as well. It's one of those cars that if you put the time and effort into it and learn to race it, then it's actually a very good car. The big shock for me that's in the Pro-Am is obviously Smokey Devil and the BMW. Obviously, the M4 on the PS5 and the PC version is very highly rated. You never, ever hear anything good about the M6. So the fact that he's in it and doing all right in it says it all. So,
Bold choice. Yeah, very bold choice. Obviously,
would you like some facts about Brands Hatch?
I would like some facts. Other than it being the British roller coaster, hit me with some.
That's a boring name for it. You know what? Yeah, you got that off somebody else. You got that off a channel called Racing Unleashed. And if they are listening right now, hit me up. I'm still. If you're still looking for a co-commentator, me and Matt, we work very well. We'll have a look at all the SimPlay stream, and drop me an email. I'll speak to Matt, and my people can speak to your people, and we can get something arranged.
By your people, do you mean me? Am I your people?
Well, no, me.
All right. Yeah.
So, the legendary circuit. Obviously, we've been to Brands multiple times at different types of categories. British touring cars, famously known for coming here multiple times. F1 has been here multiple times as well. The circuit was opened up 100 years ago, but based as a grass track version, and it went anti-clockwise as well to the Indy circuit. So as you know, the Indy circuit as it is now, you go the opposite way around on a grass track layout, probably on lawnmowers, basically in Louis Allen's Honda. Some legendary drivers that have actually won at this circuit is the F1 stars such as Sir Sterling Moss, Jim Clark, Jack Brabham, Ayrton Senna. And according to this, it's on the Brands Hatch website, and I don't know how, Lewis Hamilton's won here, apparently.
British F4, I imagine, or F3.
Possibly so. Nigel Mansell famously took his first win at the Grand Prix, located here in Kent. And that was back in 1985, according to this. So, and I'm going off by the Brands Hatch website. So, if it's wrong, then I'm in trouble.
If it's wrong, then stick to Wikipedia.
Yeah. At the minute, the circuit mainly holds the biggest events, such as the GT World Challenge Europe. They also holds the finale of the British Touring Car Championships, and they also have the British Superbikes, but they also have all sorts of crazy things here as well. So it's a great circuit nonetheless. It does have, I did have it here, 2 seconds. It has 2, 3, 4, 9 corners. I'm going by that. 9, I'm guessing. Obviously the famous Brabham Straight down into Paddock Hill Bend up to Hillwoods Hill into Druids, Graham, and then Graham Hill into Graham Hill Bend, down the Cooper Straight, up towards Surtees, down towards Hawthorne Hill, and then through Dirk Minter Straight, we'll go with that, into Westfield, Dingledale, and then into Sheen Curve, into Stirlings, down the Clearways, and towards Clark Curve. Not bad, considering I've only just read that now. If you did that on the Indy circuit, you'd be going through a McLaren instead of going across Surtees. So it's a famous circuit with all sorts of chaos here, but the problem with it nowadays, though, Matt, it is a bit outdated, Brands, and it has been mentioned a few times that the safety is not up to the standards anymore, and I think Brands need to start updating their
and we've seen, I think me and Pian touched on it last night, that we saw the other season in the GT World Challenge Europe, where we saw a Mercedes spin a McLaren and it ended up over the barrier. We saw last year, the year before, we saw a Marshall get sadly killed by an accident on the start straight where a car again went over the barrier. The barriers are too low, in my opinion, and they're too small a barrier with the audience as close as they are. The other thing as well with it being outdated is it's a bit like Alton Park, where it's just too tight of a circuit. And in testing this week, and Overtaker, if you're in the chat, can thank me, half an hour last night he spent behind me. He was half a second a lap quicker. But because that Bentley is so big and wide, I just put it in the middle of the road and he just cannot get past. So maybe needs an upgrade in terms of its safety. Maybe does need an upgrade as well in terms of just maybe widening the circuit a little bit more, especially with British GT and GT World Challenge going there. Big events such as them too. Well, touring cars as well. But you think of the bigger cars, it's a real tricky one to get right.
Cars aren't that small. They're quite large cars. Put it this way, the trucks can go around Thruxton, no problem. So I think Brands Hatch needs to...
You say that. Did you not get the TikTok I sent you?
I did got the TikTok, yes, I did see that. But in my opinion, this is going to sound weird because obviously, I think, is it me that holds the most is the most successful around here?
So going off of Dan's fantastic facts about Brands Hatch, and the most successful driver at SimPlay Motorsport in a GT car, so this is taking touring cars and any other format we have ran at SimPlay Motorsport at Brands Hatch. In GT cars, Dan, with 1 pole position, is the most, and 2 race wins, is the most successful driver at this circuit. The most successful qualifier. Now, this could bode well for tomorrow night if he's listening. He needs 1 pole for 25. Gary is the most successful qualifier with 2 poles. If there was ever a time to get his 25th, it's probably not going to be tomorrow. But still, Gary holds that record. Most poles with Gary, 2. Dan has the most race wins. In terms of drivers that's out on the circuit tonight that have a race win or a pole position here, Argent are winning a pole to his name. We've got the likes of Max Mulder are winning a pole position to his name. Other notable drivers, Daniel Francis with a win, Shane with a win and a pole, Overtaker with a win, NJ and Andy with a pole to their names as well.
The funny thing is, I hate Brands. To test it, I think it's the worst track going. It's up there with Alton Park. Equally as bad, but yeah, and somehow I got the most successful around here. But
I find that is the way, though. You the tracks you seem to detest and hate, you go well at. The tracks you don't detest and hate, you seem to. Well, I mean, it's not that you don't go well at other tracks you like, but you seem to always surprise yourself.
Brands is just rubbish, though, isn't it? Let's be honest.
It's my 4th, 5th favourite British circuit, and that's including the ones that aren't on these games.
If I were to think of any British circuit, it's Silverstone and Donington that comes to my mind. That's it.
Yeah, same here.
Obviously, my heart is in Thruxton because it is my home circuit.
Thruxton for me is a better circuit than Brands.
For sure, but...
There's another one on there which we sadly don't use as a circuit anymore, and I still put Rockingham as a better track than Brands Hatch, but we sadly don't go there anymore in the real world.
Yeah, I'd actually say Croft is even better.
Croft as well, yes, yeah.
No, Knockhill is definitely better, even though it's mental. Knockhill has got to be like up there for one of the craziest tracks that anyone will ever race at. Is a fantastic circuit. But hey, we're not talking about Knockhill. No. We're talking about Brands.
We're talking
and it's
about
still bad. Yeah, so it's a circuit that for me definitely doesn't win my heart. Oh, as I've just seen on the stream, I know my stream's a little bit further behind, but Skudovic had a moment.
Yeah, had a bit of a moment.
But I've got to try and remember these guys' names and know who they are. I know familiar faces in here. My old friend Smithy, if I make a return, I might have to work my way through the ranks again, and I've already been getting myself in trouble. I'll be in a Lamborghini.
Yeah. Technically a Lamborghini Gallardo, yeah, so you're technically not wrong. Is it right?
It'll be the first time it ever runs, I think, and the only time.
Oh, jeez. Well, let's see what happens. Evening to Aidan Bennett in the chat, as well as PM Motorsport Fury and Micro J's as well. Very quiet in the chat at the minute, but there is a poll out so far for who we think, or who you guys think, is going to be the race one winner. Daz, Sutty, Louis Allen or Sekulovic are the 4 options at the moment, and you have gone the way of Sutty Apex so far in the stream. Don't forget, there is that little green bar across the bottom of your screen now. That is to get to 500 subscribers. We're currently on 463 and very close to the 500 subscriber mark. So guys, girls, if you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up button as well on this live stream, and hit the bell to be notified when we are live, as we'll be back live tomorrow night, 8 PM UK time, where Dan Davis and PM Motorsport will be bringing you the action in the Pro Series, and we kick off our Porsche Cup, or Porsche Carrera Cup, let's call it, on Sunday evening here at Brands Hatch, where Dan will be back on the circuit, and you can join that action. 8 PM UK time, myself and PN Motorsport will be bringing you that one. 2.5 minutes left, though, of this free practice session. And I just want to say, you was reading them track facts out there like you was applying for a job and maybe doing it as an interview.
Oh, yeah.
Elegantly done. Elegantly done. The way you read the corner names and everything, elegantly done. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Of course. I'm trying to sell myself here, you know?
Yeah.
And you need to help me out here, Matt.
Yeah, I'm trying, mate. I'm trying. Right, as we go into this one then, the reverse grid for this first race, the format obviously that we are now used to and adapting, and we got it nailed in AM last night. So let's hope we do tonight. The qualifying order will be as follows. Dean Wysocki, because he is last in the championship, it's reverse championship order. Dean Wysocki starts on pole. Max Mulder will be second place. Smithy will line up P3 with DJ Phil in fourth. Bryn will be P5 with Hypertech in sixth. After Hypertech, it will be Smoky Devil. Excuse me, PM Motorsport will be P8 with Daz Automatic P9, Kieran Argent P10, Sekulovic P11, Sutty Apex P12, Noza P13 with Tibbs 14th and Louis Allen in 15th place. And as we see them, we get Max Mulder and Tibbs. They always seem to be on track at the same time in pre-practice, and they are once again. Who will be the race winner then, Dan, at Brands Hatch? Obviously, me and you did a 4-hour of Brands Hatch on a PC version at another league. We know from experience that the Bentley doesn't seem to go very well around here, but the McLaren does. At the moment, it's McLaren first, Bentley second. Are there any of the other cars that could challenge tonight?
See, for me, I'm not gonna make a prediction because I honestly think with Brands and the way Brands is and how it's always been, no matter what's happened in any championship that we've ever had, it has always been completely random, and whoever is basically the one who's not in the wall has ended up the best. If there is a particular Gary 131 here, I put all my money on him because him and British circuits, I don't get it. I really don't. He's just golden boy. Bryn's looking quite good in the Lexus, to be fair. But you got to look at Daz at the minute. The pace of that car at the minute. I did the 4 hours of Brands in that car as well, but on the PC version. And it is a very good car around here. It's stable. It's got enough downforce, and it's not really long enough straights to affect it that way. So, yeah, I think you got to be looking at Daz and the McLaren Sutty. I know the Bentley's a handful around here, and it struggles to be quick. You've got to be looking at the McLarens of Sekulovic and possibly Daz as well. They're going to be the ones to keep an eye on.
With that in mind as well then, Louis Allen in the Honda, short straights, good through corners, bit of downforce. Do we think the Honda could perform here tonight?
I don't think so. I think it's one of those cars that relies on traction, good traction.
Yeah.
And it's an all-rounder, but I think it needs some more slower corners. It'll be all right in the first sector. In the final sector, I think it will struggle, where it's all fast, flowy corners.
Well, let's see what will happen with these guys tonight and as practice finishes.
It's honestly whoever just stays out of the wall and stays out of trouble, in my opinion. I think that's the only way to survive Brands.
Well, let's see. As we say good evening to Peaceful Stepdad, Aidan Bennett, race round, not kill in real life, he says. So nice to see. It's absolutely mental, he says. Evening to Peaceful Stepdad as well. And Fury saying, see you Sunday, Dan.
Why, coming to visit me? Bit of a trek, innit?
On his jollies, yeah. Oh, Daz there gets clearaways horribly wrong and has a bit of a spin at pit entry. He won't want to do that. As he returns to pits, we go into our minute qualifying session, which is just where us, the broadcasters, can get ready to be back in the pit box and not do what I did last night and press drive, which messed that up a little at the start of the race. We were stuck on Emo Guy at the beginning. One thing I love about this Lexus this season, I must say, I love it about Fury's, Bryn's and Shane's car. Got a lovely little Swiss flag on the front. What do you think, Dan?
Yeah, I think the Swiss are amazing. You know? Absolutely glorious. And I think I would love to go and visit Switzerland sometime as well. I think it would be absolutely glorious. Beautiful country, you know? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, completely. Oh, Fabio, if you're watching, I think someone wants a job. Fabio Vettinger. What a guy.
I've never left the country as well, so it'd be the first time ever. And imagine experiencing Switzerland for the first time. Such a glorious, country. Working for a fantastic company as well. It'd be
get to eat liver.
Glorious. What?
You'd get to eat some liver.
I mean, I could eat liver here, mate.
Yeah, but you could choose not to eat liver here. This is what I'm getting at. Is I don't know if you're a fan of liver. I never was, and then I went there, and Oliver didn't tell me what it was, and then I started eating it, and he's like, "Oh, it's liver," and I was like, "Oh, it's actually really, really nice. Like, really nice." Just a thought of like every time my brother-in-law has said to me, "Oh, we're having liver for tea," and I'm like, "Oh, disgusting." And then you try it, and it's like, "Oh, that is actually the best thing I've probably ever eaten." Borra Rosti, which is beautiful. So there you go, Oliver, Fabio, anybody from Racing Unleashed, if you're watching, Dan's interviewing tonight with the sounds of it for a job. So make sure you keep an eye on what he does tonight. If you want to hear him tomorrow night, where he takes a bit more of a lead role, join us tomorrow night for that one. Right, we're getting ready for the race. I know you don't want to pick one man for the job, but this is I put your dad's right. Okay, I'm going to go with my man. Oh, I say my man, but that's normally Smithy. Do you know what? Bryn starts 5th. I'm going to go Bryn, just as a wild shot. Why not? The chat are going the way of Daz. Sutty Apex 2nd place, tied with Skulovic, Louis Allen in 4th. But let's not forget, it is reverse grid types. The drivers have to ready up. If they do not ready up and start from the pit lane, they will be given... Sorry, they'll be put as a lap down, which is not what you want to do in this one. 30 seconds left, and then we will be away. Let's get ourselves on board Dean Wysocki, who should go straight into P1 and control the pace of the race. In his blue and yellow Bentley for the Stags.
Do you know what I forgot to do?
What's that?
10 seconds. Return to pits.
You're fine. At least the cameras aren't on you, buddy.
Well, let's not do that tomorrow. I'm still trying to find out the elevation height between Paddock Hill Bend.
Go on, Racing Elise. They'll tell you straight away. Dean, wow. Okay, Dean Wysocki's on to race away to the front at the start of the race. Nearly span, pulling off the grid.
Lad.
Yeah, lad. What a guy. Mad lad. Right, so Dean that leads away. He's already in position. Max Mulder next. Check. Smithy behind him. Check. After Smithy should be DJ Phil. 100% it is DJ Phil. After DJ Phil, it should then be that of Bryn. Yes, it is. We are flying at the moment. After Bryn, it should be Hypertech. Check that one. Smoky Devil behind him. That is absolutely bang on. Then it should be PN Motorsport. Which it is. Behind PN Motorsport should be Daz Automatic. Check. Behind Daz, it should be Kieran Argent. Which check. Behind him, it should be Sekulovic. Check again. Then it should be the big Sutty Apex. From then Noser. Yes and yes. From then Exit Tibbs. And then Louis Allen. Wow. We're not even at the Grand Prix circuit and we're already in order. ProAm have absolutely nailed it tonight. And it will be Dean Wysocki that gets them all underway. And he's back in the pack up. Got to make sure his tyres are in the right window. And got to make sure that he gets this job done as best he possibly can.
I found it.
Go on then, Dan. Tell us the elevation change.
So from the top of turn 1 to the top of Paddock Hill Bend, it's roughly, I'm guessing by sea level. By guessing, because I don't know why. 140 meters high, and as you go through Paddock Hill Bend, it drops by -8%. By the time you get to the bottom of Paddock Hill Bend, it's 129 meters. And then as you go back up towards the hairpin of Druids, if I'm correct, it's then plus 11%. So you go, and that's the highest point of the circuit. You get to 141 meters above sea level. I believe that's sea level, but don't what's the word?
Quote you on that one? Yeah.
That one.
We won't.
Yeah,
we won't.
Yeah, it does say sea level. I'm correct. So
well done. Well done. Well done. Right, as we go to the current lap, I'm just trying to find a lap record for current circuit in the GT3 car. In a GT3 car, it is Raffaele Marciello, probably the fastest GT driver going at the moment, with a 1:22.5 in a Mercedes-AMG GT3 Evo. Last year he did that. That is the current fastest lap around this track. Will we see them times tonight? Dean and everybody start to go in double file. And for the first time tonight, round 9 of the season, we are green and go here as we get a good start from Dean Wysocki. Max Mulder's got to go and try and go the wrong way around Paddock Hill Bend. Dean has a little wiggle as he bounces off the curb. And has that just invited Max? No, Max has a wiggle himself. So Dean will keep that inside line for Druid. He's gone very, very deep though. And this could invite Max Mulder through. And Dean, after 2 corners, has already lost his lead to Max Mulder. Further down the pack, we saw Bryn trying to make some moves as well. He's still stuck behind DJ Phil and Smithy at the moment. But we watch for Max and Dean as they come through the sector time. Just now we can see the order, so it's Max from Dean, DJ Smithy's up to 3rd ahead of Phil, Bryn's 5th, Smokey 6th, got Hypertech right on the back of him with Daz Automatic there. Sekulovic is up to 9th, side by side with Noser as they come down Hawthorne Hill. and try and get the way towards Hawthorne's corner. This is absolutely fantastic stuff from these AM guys. Bryn making moves further forward up the inside of DJ Phil. Smokey Devil's going to try and follow through as well. He can't and has to tuck back in behind. So Bryn already making moves up into 4th place in this race, but it's Noza 10th, Sutty 11th, Argent Dan's 12th, with Louis Allen, Exit Tibbs, then PM Motorsport bringing up the rear at the minute. But Dan, clean start, Smithy's wide at Sheen Curve, and that's allowed Bryn onto the podium. Phil gets past Smithy as well, so Bryn at the moment, Dan, absolutely charging.
He is indeed. A little bit chaos at the back as PN was the one who came out worse out of everybody. Sekulovic is a little bit compromised after his little moment where Smithy went right, so he is now under pressure. But the man trying to make a move is Sutty Apex. He's at the back of this pack at the minute and been trying to find a way past Noza for a while, but he's now jumped a few cars. He's got past Daz and Hypertech, so all these guys slowly starting to get themselves into their comfort zone. But Max Mulder has had a moment, he's had a wiggle, and Dean nearly clobbered the back of him.
Dean nearly clobbers the back of him then as Bryn trying to get on the back of Dean Wasocki now, and we are joined by our regular co-commentator Ben, and as we just before we switch to Ben, Dean has a wiggle out to Graham Hill Bend. Bryn's looking to the outside of Surtees then, used to be teammates many moons ago. Bryn now on the back of Dean Wasocki, flying at the moment. Good evening, Ben.
Hello, Ben.
Sorry, I had a wiggle.
That's all right. As I've just as Ben was joining us in the commentary box, Sutty Apex was getting his elbows out and forced his way past Hypertech, and then Louis Allen nearly came alongside him as well. But typical Honda had to bounce across the grass and do a bit of lower mowing, and it couldn't get its way past. It got stuck and clobbered with its blades.
Dean and Bryn go side by side up towards Sheen Curve, and Bryn goes trying right the outside, and I tell you what, that's a fantastic manoeuvre because he's on the inside line for Sterling's now. The Bradley just keeps it there with Alexis. Dean manages to stay in front. Behind these two we've got the BMW with Smokey Devil and DJ Phil P4. They're having a good little squabble as well. Phil on the inside line, they come together, bit of contact made, they both keep going, but Bryn once again now gets underneath Dean as they come towards Paddock. Dean and Bryn having a cracking scrap here, and that Lexus now Paddock Hill Bend gets in front of the Bentley, and Dean now needs to patiently wait to maybe fight back. Can't get it done on the overcut though.
Louis Allen's on the move, he's trying to find a way through Hypertech.
Oh, carnage! Oh!
That's Noza, that's also Argent, all of them all involved. I think Noza got involved with some form of incident going down Paddock Hill Bend, and as he got to the bottom of the circuit, everyone was caught involved in that, including Louis Allen, who's now dropped to the back of the pack with Argent as well, I believe, and I think that's the worst of it at the minute. But yeah, that's a little bit chaotic there. As meanwhile, DJ Phil's gone very wide as they go through Surtees.
He has indeed, and Ben, nice of you to join us tonight. We're looking forward to Brands Hatch.
Of course, I did, actually. I think it's one of the best British trucks out there.
Okay, really right. So me and Dan's just basically said how bad this track is, and Ben enjoys this track a lot. Smokey Devil looks to the outside of Dean. Oh yeah, fair play, mate. Fair play. We're more of a Donington fan. Oh, I am.
Wait, I was going to say I'm more Brooklyn, mate.
As Dean there was nearly had the
comes after Silverstone.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's my second favourite after Silverstone, actually. I'm kind of weird.
And both on the calendar for this season. We're at Silverstone a little later on. Smokey Devil, though, takes the high line towards Paddock Hill Bend as his BMW is going to go try and go around the outside of Dean Wasocki's Bentley. Dean gets it stopped at Paddock, just forces Smokey Devil a little wide. Now he has Sekulovic coming, pushes Smokey wide. Sekulovic past Smokey, can't get past Dean. Here comes Sutty, and Daz is wise to the send it manoeuvre. The master can't get the job done, but back up front, Sekulovic and Smokey having a bit of a ding dong. They tap once, they don't tap again, and Sekulovic gets Graham Hill horribly wrong. Dean at the minute really having to defend for his life, Ben.
Yeah, Smokey is actually kind of strong BMW, I tell you what.
And there's a little train as well, Dan, forming here behind Dean. We've got Sekulovic, Smokey, DJ Phil, Daz and Sutty, Dan, all on the back of Dean Wasocki here, while Bryn is gaining on the back of Max Mulder.
I was enjoying the scrap between Argent and Smithy. Smithy and Argent going at it at Druids. Argent went down the inside of him, went wide, and then Smithy did the cutback, a beautiful cutback, and now Argent's eventually worked his way in front of Smithy. But I like Smithy's livery. It's something different.
Yeah.
He looks. It reminds me of the wreck scene.
Oh no.
Dean off at Sheen Curve and lost the wheel rear on the grass. And how he didn't go into the side of DJ Phil, Daz Automatic and Sutty Apex. Sutty comes out the benefit of that by gaining past both of them. Dean down the order with damage to his car. Oh, and that's not turning right.
Oh, he has understeer.
He's got big damage.
The pits.
And
Prince
Dan,
on Max Mulder now.
going back to your comment, Smithy and Argent are teammates and fighting each other.
Yeah, it was a great little scrap they had. I was actually quite enjoying it. I don't know who's who or what's what. I only know that Tibbs and Max Mulder are teammates. That's about it. But the Lexus is doing its job. It's a lot of people have been saying some bad things about this car, but I think with the right setup in the right hands, this thing can be an animal.
Max Mulder very slidey through Surtees there, Ben, and I tell you what, this Lexus looks a beast down the straight all season, and it is really gaining on Max Mulder down towards Hawthorns. There you go, into the right-hander. I know, speaking to Bryn personally all week, he struggled with a setup, managed to sort of nail that today, he said. I spoke to him a little earlier, and I tell you what, the Swiss flag doing it proud at the moment. It's right on the back. What's happened?
DJ Phil. DJ Phil.
Yeah.
They went up. Contact.
They went up to the fast right-hander into the GP section, and they just touched doors. And Hypertech has lost out, as has DJ Phil. And through comes Argent. He's side by side as they come up to Sheen Curve now. And I think Argent should have it, but they're still fighting it. And Argent does get the position. The other benefit from that one was Daz. He's already cleared this group as well. Long gone. I think also Tibbs has managed to clear them as well. So Tibbs on his way forward. But Ben, you saw that as well.
Max is wide! Max is wide! And Bryn takes the lead of this race at a Paddock Hill. Ben, Max is very, very wide. And I put my money on this man. And he's in the lead at the moment. Bryn driving a stellar race. Ben, give us your... was that Daz wiggling out of Paddock Hill? It was Daz wiggling out of Paddock Hill, and he's in the gravel.
I just can't keep up. So much action.
Absolute drama. Everywhere there's drama. Wow. As Argent goes up the inside of Hypertech once again, he's now gone very wide at Graham Hill Bend, and Hypertech looking to get back. Ben, I know you've just joined us, but it's been a frantic start. Unlike last week where it was chaotic with damage, this week it's been absolute quality manoeuvres.
Absolute chaos. Just classic Brands Hatch.
Yeah, I love Brands Hatch.
I love Brands Hatch in the right car, just not in GTs.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more there, to be fair. Even into the Hypertech overtake of Mike Jones, Pierre saying not happy. He's not back in the pack-up. Okay, I didn't think there was that bad a job. Okay, no worries. Donny all the way, mate, says Fury. If the Lexus works tomorrow, I'll be happy, he says. Meanwhile, we're watching Sutty Apex close down Smoky Devil at the moment. And Ben, me and Dan were saying that the McLaren looks probably the best car here today. What would you think?
Well, Bryn's kind of strong in that Lexus too, but he's leading because Max had a mistake, which I missed. So, yeah, they have a great chance.
Hypertech now on the back of DJ Phil at Paddock Hill. Ben, they both bounce off the curb at Paddock Hill, and Argent now has a run, and Argent, he's raced here quite a bit in the past. Up the inside of Hypertech, gets it stopped. Hypertech, though, going to try and keep it around the outside, and if you can manage to keep it around the outside at Max Mulder, right, okay. And if you're Hypertech, who keeps it wide at Druids, he's got that job done, but runs deep at Graham Hill, and Argent's back up the inside. And Dan, it just seems to be little mistakes from drivers today that are costing them places.
You could say it's ebbing and flowing.
You could say this.
It's a tough track, and that's why I love it. I don't know, I just love fighting the car. So, of course, it's not Audi's favorite track.
You can tell it's not the Audi's favourite track. The Ripper's not doing the best in practice times that I've seen at the moment.
The Lamborghini loves it.
Well...
Yeah, last season you pulled away. I remember that.
I don't.
Sorry,
I was in...
Sorry, I mean the Retia loves this track.
Yeah, I was in Switzerland, so I didn't get to see that one, though. Bryn pulls an early pit stop. Sutty pulls an early pit stop. What about Tibbs? Obviously, pit entry and exit heavily discussed here this season. You've got to watch out for them. Tibbs is in as well. Argent and Phil side by side. None of them are going to commit. Argent just took, neither does Hypertech actually. Daz straight in. Very slow for Daz there. Dean straight in. Louis Allen straight in. Obviously, teammates can pit on the same lap this time. Here comes Smithy straight in. Noza stays out and PN is going to box as well. So half the grid straight into the pits as we're watching DJ Phil trying to get past. Right, so you keep an eye on pit exit, Dan. Will do. DJ Phil up the inside at Druids on Hypertech. And that is job done for the Aston Martin. Guys, we haven't spoke about the Aston Martin. What can the Aston do around here?
It's a good car. It's well balanced and easy to drive. And it is, I think, remember when we did the 4 hours, Matt, I think it was actually one of the favoured cars as well. So it is a good car around here. It's now car starting to exit pit lane. Brands fine, and Sekulovic, I believe, is all clear. So Sutty and Tibbs. Tibbs is next out.
Interesting here. Oh, so Tibbs has jumped Sutty then, so not sure what's happened to Sutty. Maybe a little bit of damage he's repaired. DJ Phil got passed by Hypertech at Surtees. Ran wide, I felt he ran wide himself. And Ben, DJ Phil giving Hypertech a bit of a flash as if that to say that was naughty. Right.
I barely could hear you because there was a bit of a lag, so...
No problem.
I don't know. ACC is the infamous, I don't know what's the matter, but...
Right, Argent came into the pits. He's absolutely fine. Noza, the last car then to pit. Louis Allen, the last car out the pit, so he's had a nightmare of a stop. I tell you who's had a good pit stop. PN, he was dead last. He's now up to 12th place. Oh, Noza! Noza! Wow. That's not what he would have wanted.
Did he hit the wall or something?
No, cross the pit entry.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Indeed. We know what that means. Now, Bryn must have had a poor outlap here, Ben, because Sekulovic within 1.3 seconds of him. Right, as they come down the start straight, Sekulovic 1.3 off the back of Bryn as they claim their places back from Argent and from Noza. They are sorted there as they down the bottom end of the pack. This is the closest battle on track. Max 4 clear of Smokey. In fact, Max on the grass again a little bit there.
Yeah, he's pushing his luck. I think he's starting to push too hard now. But he's got Daz pressurising him behind him. Meanwhile, he's coming into pit lane by the looks of things, and he nails that one as Argent's now exiting pit lane.
Argent's exiting pit lane. Max comes in. Smokey stays out, so he will take the lead of this race. Argent out. Absolutely okay with that. Nose is in. He's got some damage to that car, it looks like, as well as Sekulovic now starting to hunt down after Bryn. And Bryn, who led this race, has got Sekulovic on the back of him. Don't forget, he led the race from Max Mulder, so it's going to be interesting to see where Max Mulder will come out of the pit lane here. For Noza, though, Ben, he's tumbling down the standings. He's in 14th place. Louis Allen has just gone past him as Noza now just gets released from his pit box. Nightmare pit stop for him.
Yeah, Noza had a few mistakes. When I joined, I saw him backwards, so... No wonder. And Smokey is actually leading the race with that huge BMW.
He is indeed, as Max Mulder now pulls away from his pit box.
In the final corner.
Yeah, here comes Bryn. Max Mulder on his way out the pit. So what's going to happen here?
Sekulovic is right behind him.
Max has got to split them because Max could either lose out to Sekulovic or gain the lead of this race. And he does lose out to Sekulovic by a lot of time here. Bryn keeps the lead of this race. Sekulovic is gained to second place. He's trying to hunt down on the back of Bryn. And Max Mulder out the pit. Smokey wide, where, Dan?
Just as he comes up to the top of the final end of the GP loop, he ran very wide, very easy to lose it on Sheen curb, and he ran wide into the gravel, into the final corner. He comes now. Does he opt to pit? That's the question. It looks like he is trying to, and he's touched the white line.
Yeah, he's gone well over onto the green bit there.
Oh, Max went wide again.
Max is wide again, Ben. The outlap here.
The same corner.
I've noticed that the outlap at this circuit, Ben, is very, very crucial to get right this season.
Yeah, he took it very wide, but it's not the first time. Oh, and he's wide again. Touched little grass. I don't know if he's struggling.
Dropping back to Sutty Apex. He's on the back of exit Tibbs at the moment. Smoky Devil was ahead of Sooty Apex when Sooty pitted, so Smoky needs to get out of the pits before Sooty. Sooty's got the traffic of a white and pink McLaren in front of him. It's the blue and pink versus the white and pink, the Bentley versus the McLaren, and as they up towards Sheen Curve, coming towards Sterling's now. Very patient from Sooty at the moment. You don't see Sooty drive patiently often. As he looks up the inside now, gets it right on the curb. Now he's starting to have a nibble. Smoky Devil is about to leave the pit exit. These two will be appearing in the background. Let's go on board Smoky. We'll see these appear over the hill in the background. Where are they? In fact, have they already gone past? No, they're nowhere near. So Smoky, good pit stop. On the back of Daz Automatics, so Daz really struggling here. Looks like he's still got front end damage, does Daz. Argent on the back of him. The Bentley trying to get past the McLaren here. Here comes Argent towards that inside of Paddock Hill. Ben, does he get it done? No, he can't. Has to tuck back in behind. Sooty's now got past Tibbs. Not sure where he's done that, but he's managed to get past him. As Sekulovic still within half a second of Bryn here. I have to say, Dan and Ben, Bryn driving a stellar first 15 minutes.
Oh, Hypertech. I'm not sure what that was about. He was very wide on the exit of the final corner, and then very last minute came in. He didn't touch the green or the white lines, but that was very close to hitting the car.
Oh, very close. And DJ Phil stays out on track. He's put a lap on Smithy, so DJ Phil is leading this race. He's had pit problems in the past. Here comes Sekulovic, so still within that 4 tenths. It's a bit closer now, and Bryn doing a magic job at the moment to still be leading this race.
Indeed, he is, and Sekulovic, like I said, in that McLaren was looking like he had the pace. Daz has struggled, though. I think he's been involved in a lot of contact with other drivers, but either way, he's got Arjun breathing down his neck. Surprising scene too, the McLaren fighting against the Bentley, but I don't think Daz has repaired his damage by the looks of things.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. Weird, considering that's the thumbnail for tonight, isn't it? Bentley and McLaren. Weird how we're seeing them fight on the track. It was almost as if the thumbnail was planned. Sekulovic within 3 tenths of a second of Bryn. Tibbs losing out to Sooty. That gap's down to 9 tenths. Another Bentley McLaren.
Done his pit stop.
Oh no! So he's got to go back around and he's got to re-pit. He's come out ahead of Max Mulder and has got to re-pit.
Big mistake.
Huge mistake. Argent up the inside of Daz at Druids. Bit of a bump. And Argent, gets himself through. Argent now moves himself up into P9, but with Hypertech's mistake of not changing tyres, he's got to re-pit. DJ Phil is in, and in cleanly. So Bryn should be the net leader of this race once again.
Hats off to Bryn. He's doing a fantastic job at this stage of the race, and these two are fairly consistent as well. They're pulling away from Max Mulder. Obviously it would have been Hypertech, but he hasn't done his pit stop correctly. But they're not slow either. They're pulling, if anything, from the rest of the pack with ease.
Yeah, doing a fantastic job. Bryn then retakes the race lead. Sekulovic goes into second place. Hypertech comes back in, so Max Mulder has now been released. What is the gap, Max Mulder to Sekulovic? This is what I'm interested in. 7 seconds. So he has lost a lot of time. What about Smokey to Max? That's only 4. So Smokey's actually gaining on Max Mulder here as Dean Wasocki is trying to close down on the back of Louis Allen.
Hypertech's back in.
And to struggle a little bit, so he's really on the edge, like.
Who is? Sorry, missed who you said that.
Yeah, also says it looks like he's really struggling, but he now did South Bank correctly. Oh no, yeah, it was South Bank. Yeah, I'm looking the corner names actually.
As they come through now in towards Westfields, down towards Dingledale. Bryn has kept that gap to Sekulovic at around about 4 tenths of a second for this whole time. Hypertech is coming out the pits, but what a disaster. He's lost out to Dean Wasocki. He will come out ahead of Smithy. So Dean up to 12. Yeah, really could have been. He's chucked he's only got himself to blame for that one.
That's a curve off. Max was off. I don't know it. He was off, but it showed me yellow flags on the map, so yeah, I think he was off.
Right, okay.
Sekulovic side by side with Bryn.
Sekulovic going to the outside at Paddock Hill. Breaks a bit early though, tucks back in behind. As Ben was saying there that Max Mulder was off. Is the McLaren just starting to grow in this race? Smokey is P3, so you was right, Ben. Yeah, Max Mulder must have had a
Max
big mistake. Sutty's P4. So Sutty's got past Max as well. Max is 5th, Tibbs is 6th. So when it rains, it pours. Daz has got back ahead of Argent as well here.
Something happened, I saw it on the map, but thanks to our great cameraman, I didn't see anything about it.
Here comes Argent, looking up the inside at Paddock Hill Bend. Daz clearly carrying a bit of damage. Manages to fend off from Argent at the moment. Both clip the apex. Daz runs a little wide off the curb. Argent has a bit of a slide. Daz can easily cover on that inside line of Druids. Manages to get the car stopped. Plato-esque, some may say. It could be a few getting a note tomorrow night. It's a few Plato moves, especially if you're a British touring car fan. So a battle McLaren Bentley for 7th and 8th. A battle Louis Allen PN for 10th and 11th. And a battle for the leader, Sekulovic. Did he just put 2 wheels on the grass? I don't know, but he's still trailing behind this Lexus. And Dan, I tell you what, Bryn is defending like a lion at the moment.
It seems like the final sector. It seems like the final sector into the first sector.
He's trying.
Sekulovic is much stronger, but in the middle sector, Bryn is able to hang in there. Right here is where Bryn's struggling.
It is indeed, and Dan, Ben, as we move down towards the back of the pack as well, Argent and Daz having an absolute cracking fight. They keep swapping places at the moment. They're having a brilliant scrap.
Yes, Brent's head. Oh, their Sekulovic tries the inside.
Oh, he's tapping around!
They touched.
Sekulovic span Bryn around there. That is a shame. Now, will Sekulovic yield the time and give him the place back? I don't think he has. You don't think he's carried on his way?
I don't know.
I've got to look back on the stream, see if there was actually any contact made, or did Bryn just hit the loud pedal?
What do we reckon? Ben, you saw it as well. As we go into the final 8 minutes of this race, it's Sekulovic from Bryn, Smoky Devil, Sutty Apex, exit Tibbs, who's got past Max Mulder now. Daz still defending from Argent. And Ben, this battle for 7th and 8th between Argent and Daz, an absolute fantastic one at the moment.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's contact. Yeah. That's contact. So Sekulovic has hit the side of Bryn and Bryn's gone round. I think Sekulovic has to really give that pace up, really. But that's a push to pass.
Well, we'll see what the stewards say a little later on in the race. But Ben, this battle Argent Daz, absolutely fantastic at the moment.
Yeah, I'm watching it, and ooh, it was really close now.
As Argent runs a little wide through Hawthorns into Westfield. Daz, you can tell he's carrying a lot of damage on that car at the moment, but he's absolutely doing a fantastic job of keeping it ahead of Argent so far.
I agree.
Looking down the order, no real battles. In fact, is Bryn back in the lead of this race? Bryn is in the lead of this race. So has Sekulovic given him the place back?
I think he listened to us, yes.
Max Mulder is got the window wipers on.
He dropped behind Tibbs.
Yeah, he's got the wipers on as well. It's no rain forecast for today. So I wonder if he's just cleaning his screen.
He had a big moment somewhere. So I think he had a big moment and accidentally turned it on.
There's one man who used to catch his windscreen wipers all the time, and that was Dean Wasocki after a pit stop on Project Cars 2. This time it's Max Mulder. Dean Wasocki actually up in 12th place. So had that moment. He's had another moment there. He's ran into the gravel trap. Argent and Daz then, the closest battle on track at the moment. These boys have got to do something.
Little.
Yeah. Max trying to fight his teammate. Sekulovic trying to catch Bryn. Argent trying to catch Daz. Every battle at the moment involves a McLaren.
Yeah.
What a beast of a car. What a beast. But hey ho, the best car's leading the race, and that's the Lexus.
The best car's actually down in 10th place.
What? The lawnmower?
The lawnmower. Brands actually needs a good grass cutting.
Well, actually, the best driver is... Oh! Smithy's had a moment.
You were just about to go on to Smithy, wasn't you?
Oh, I was about to say the best driver's the man who's tackling the hardest car to drive, which is probably the Porsche.
Probably is. Hypertech. After he's pitted twice, he's on the back of Dean Wasocki. Yeah, he was sliding everywhere through Zolder.
Yeah, I gave him the driver of the day title, so yeah.
Hypertech here for 12th and 13th place, battling with Dean Wasocki. Dean goes defensive through the first part. Hypertech, you're not going to go around the outside of Westfields, my friend, and has to get back on the track. That was never going to work from there, so he's trying to fight with Dean. Argent's got himself back ahead of Daz now, up front as well. Sekulovic trying to gain on Bryn. And we've got just under 5 minutes of this first race left, which has been absolutely brilliant. And I'll tell you what, we've had 5 different winners in amateur in 5 races. In Pro-Am at the moment, we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different winners in 8 races. The only driver to win multiple races was Sooty Apex way back when at Paul Ricard. Bryn could become the 8th winner in 9 races this season. What a chance it could be for him.
This is actually amazing stuff to just see how many driver have a chance to win.
I wished it was like that in Pro. As Sekulovic tries to go the long way around Paddock Hill Bend, that's straight in the gravel. Yeah, never going to do that around the outside of Paddock Hill. Max Mulder trying to attack his teammate. How many race winners have we had in Pro, Dan? You're the commentator.
3.
3, yes. Myself, Ripper and De Silva.
Yeah, I feel like one was hard done by because of the stupid penalty, but hey-ho, that's just a different conversation for a different day.
Yeah, indeed it is. Right, we're on board with Max and Tibbs. As the leaders are battling, Max and Tibbs are battling. Louis Allen is right on the rear wing of DJ Phil, and look at the Honda go. Pulls left, jinks right. Phil's already committed to his 2 manoeuvres now, and Louis Allen up the inside into clearways. That's how you overtake at this circuit, and the Honda gets the job done. Noza and Hypertech have both got past Dean Wysocki. Sedin now is down in 14th place at the moment as Louis Allen up into 9th. Max Mulder still on the back of Tibbs. Argent has pulled 8 seconds clear of Daz, and out front, 3 minutes 18 left, Bryn is hanging on in there.
He is indeed, but that McLaren's going to just keep getting bigger and bigger again because Sekulovic is coming back, but he's got possibly 2 to 3 laps left to go. So I think Bryn just needs to keep doing what he's doing, and he's got this. Don't you think, Ben?
Yeah, and Sekulovic should keep away from the gravel, not like last.
Ben, as well, to go to add to
I
that.
didn't know how didn't he lost tire.
Ben, do you think that Sekulovic will be a bit hesitant to pass Bryn now based on the fact he's already hit him?
Yeah, it can be frustrating as. Yeah, it can be really frustrating to, you know, you're faster, but you don't even have a chance to overtake because Bryn's away at the straight up, if I'm seeing it right.
Noza.
The incident.
Noza looking all over the back of Hypertech for 12th and 13th. Max Mulder now. What's happened to Maxi Span? He's round at Druids.
Again.
He's got it going. And is Smithy had a problem as well. There's yellow
Max
flags in
is
front. Yeah,
struggling.
Smithy had a moment
like,
at Graham Hill.
Smithy
Yeah.
He doesn't seem like to rejoin the track. Oh, now he is.
Oh, so Smithy's back on now. Was he waiting for Argent to go past him and lap him maybe?
I thought he has a puncher or something, but it doesn't look like he has, so I don't know.
Back to the front now then, and Bryn has got Sekulovic breathing down his neck. The gap is a bit under 0.4 of a second. It's possibly even closer. This might be the final lap of the race for Bryn, depending on what lap times he's been setting. He could just squeeze one more lap in after this. He'll want this to be the last lap of the race. Gets a better turn one than Sekulovic. Gap opens up a little bit. Who is the car in front of him? That is Dean Wysocki. So Dean's going to need to get straight out of the way. Will not want to get involved. We saw last week, Ben, remember at Zolder where Smithy and Phil got in the front of Daz when they was having their battle. Dean's going to need to move out of the way. Sekulovic has a run at Graham Hill. Looks up the inside at Surtees. Not. No chance for Sekulovic here.
Oh, I think he had a better exit.
Yes, looks like he's got a better exit. Down Pilgrim's Drop towards Hawthorns.
Bryn.
How much, Ben, does Bryn need this to be the last lap?
It will be close. And
it will be very close. Oh, they're catching Dean. Dean's moved out the way. Dean's pulled off. Dean's pulled off.
Yeah.
Dean pulled out the way. Smithy's in the pit, so I wonder if Smithy did have a puncher.
Blue flags are kind of the same here as well, because the track is really narrow and it's difficult to.
Right, 14 seconds. Let's see what happens. Will Bryn get one more lap in, or is this the last lap of the race? Bryn comes to the line and he's going to start one final lap with 3 seconds left on the timer, Dan. He's got one lap to hang on against Sekulovic here.
You would, if I was either me or you, we would have backed that other driver right up and made sure that we didn't do another lap. But Bryn, fair play. He's gone for another lap. Just gives Sekulovic one final chance, and he knows this now. This is it. This is now or never. And at the minute, what does he want more? A race win, or does he want the championship? That's what he's got to try and decide.
The thing for Sekulovic as well, Ben, is he wants to make sure that he's already hit Bryn once. He doesn't need to hit Bryn on the last lap of the race.
Yeah, I think he will be more aware this time.
Let's wait and
he
see.
Dropped back a little bit.
He has dropped back a little bit. He's dropped back quite a bit, actually, to be fair. It's to say it was right up his bumper.
Exit again.
He's really got to find a way past Bryn, and where's his chances? Because they come through Dingledale up towards Sheen Curve now. He's got Sterling's and clearways left. He gets a good run through Sheen Curve into Sterling. Bryn just needs to get this right. Job done there. Now, get the exit. Hold the inside line. Sekulovic, 2 wheels on the grass. Is he forcing away on the inside? Has he forced away past Bryn? At Sheen. He's got it done. Sekulovic leads the race. They bounce off each other. And he has done it at the very end. It's going to be Sekulovic who hangs on for a race win from Bryn. What an absolute fantastic drive from both of them two. Smoky Devil has gone a bit under the radar. The BMW P3.
My heart sinks for Bryn, man.
Brilliant stuff.
My heart sinks for Bryn. I was going so well for him. He did everything right, and just one good run from the McLaren, and that was it. Exit Tibbs is going to come home in P5. P6 will be Max Mulder, and P7 will be Argent. Daz, not the race he would have won. He's dropped right off of Argent, and I think he's struggling with that car while Louis Allen is coming up behind him.
Yeah, Louis Allen coming up behind him indeed. Dean Wysocki and Smithy there as well, cross the line, 15th and 14th place. So points for them two today. In fact, Louis Allen's got past his teammate, Dan. Is that team orders? With Louis Allen leading the championship, is that team orders, do we think?
Possibly.
So a driver swap there. Louis Allen ahead of Dan, 8th and 9th. DJ Phil is going to round the final couple of corners for a P10 here. Good result for DJ Phil, P10. The Aston Martin's not having a good showing. 10th, 11th. In fact, PN's just gone wide at the final corner, so Noza is going to take P11. PN is going to be P12. Still dramas happening. And then Hypertech in P13. Excuse me. At the end of the race. What an opening race that was, Ben.
Yeah, I agree. Sekulovic has done it on the last lap, on the last corner. It was amazing to see.
Absolutely fantastic to see. Dan, race one, what a belter to start the night.
Yeah, definitely so. It obviously reminds people never give up, because anything can still happen. And yeah, looks like Bryn just one more lap than he needed. You know, he should have backed up Sekulovic ever so slightly, a little bit more, and he probably wouldn't have to do that extra lap. But either way, Sekulovic gets the win.
Sekulovic does get the win. We're going to be right back in a few moments' time with qualifying and the race 2. Round 10 of the season. Don't go anywhere. Sekulovic does get the win. We're going to be right back in a few moments' time with qualifying and the race 2. Round 10 of the season. Don't go anywhere. And back.
Right, lads, I'm going to shoot off because obviously
Ben's
here now.
Yeah, no worries, buddy. Cheers, buddy.
Because I've obviously got to do comms tomorrow, so.
Yeah, no worries, man. Cheers, buddy.
No worries. Have fun. Might help get a little bit of tripping up then, won't it? Have fun.
Yep, no worries, bud. Cheers, mate. Quali ban for this race.
Cheers, then.
Quali ban for them two. Right. Timetable. Oh, I can't believe Sekulovic won at the end there. Wow. Wow. Sekulovic, 21 laps. Total time of 31. 23. So everyone's settled. What a race! What a race!
I missed the first lap, but yeah, it was amazing.
Can't believe Bryn nearly won that.
That finish.
Oh no, absolutely fantastic, absolutely fantastic. Where's Smokey on here? There.
Yeah, so about the lag, I quit and tried to rejoin. I hope it solves it.
Yeah, no worries, buddy. You haven't got anything downloading, have you?
Yeah.
Just check if anything's
In a minute,
downloading,
I'll be back.
mate. Yeah, no worries. 21. Max. 21. Argent. 21. Louis. 21. Darren. 21. DJ 21. Noza 21. PN 21. Hypertech 21. Dean 20. No, Monkey Boy didn't race.
Alright, it should. Okay.
Have you got anything downloading at all?
No.
No.
It was strange because ACC ran like clockwork, so.
Yeah, you sound
Hello.
better now, actually, to be fair.
Yeah. Strange.
Right, I'm just going to run to the toilet. 2 seconds.
Me too. Egy hangot vagy? Bazd meg a netet. Szögetően ellenhozzák.
Ebben a videóban azt fogjuk végigbeszélni, hogy megkezdődő különböző országaiban hogyan tesznek a biztonságos közlekedésén, milyen szankciókat használnak. Iratkozzatok a check engine-re, nyomjatok senkit, lájkot, és már kezdjük is. Az első és talán legmeglepőbb, hogy a felvételek alapján nem 2, hanem 3 autó versenyben, két régi BMW és ugye a ismert résztudató elrendszám E63AS, az egy BMW és rendőrség
I'm back.
Yeah, I'm here.
No worries, bud.
Voice looks like fine right now.
You what, sorry?
Or is it?
It's not bad, it's still a little jumpy.
Yeah, not sure, because it is okay, so...
Yeah, I didn't get a word of that.
It happens.
Yeah, one of them. It's alright.
Yeah. DJ Phil tips had almost a contact.
Brilliant.
Wow. Sorry.
You alright?
Yeah, it's just a pen drive randomly fell.
Trying to input these results on SimGrid as quick as possible. Fuck off. Right, I'm gonna go back live. Right, so we will when this car's gone round.
Yeah. Tomorrow will be difficult.
Yeah, same here. Not looking forward to it.
Yeah. Yeah, I only had like 20 minutes to practice.
Ah, lovely. Right, going back live in 5, 4, 3. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to SimPlay Motorsport, where we are here for our race, for our second race of the afternoon. And it should be an absolute belter as we are... Apologies, I've not got it going yet. Right, should be able to hear us now. Welcome back. How are we all? Hope we're all doing well. Hopefully you can hear us now. As I believe you can. I believe you can. Not sure what's going off here. Either way, hopefully you can hear us. Hopefully you do have our voices over the top. And if you can hear us, let us know in the chat, please. Thank you very much. Evening to Thomas Marshall in the chat as well. Hope you're doing well, buddy. As we head then into the next race, and what an absolute cracking race it should prove to be in this one, or qualifying, should I say, should prove to be. Sekulovic and Smoky Devil are on a qualifying ban. So, Ben, that's going to prove difficult for them guys, as they've now got to come from the back of the pack. Sekulovic, obviously the race winner.
Well, at a track like this, it's really difficult to overtake, but everything can happen, especially that race one.
Oh yeah, it was a great race one. We saw great racing last night. Great race so far tonight. Hopefully we can put on a good show tomorrow.
Yeah, I hope to. Like I said before, I enjoy this track. I have to get out the lot here, but it's another challenge. So we'll see.
Yeah, another challenge. Indeed, another challenge for us all to take on. Audio is fine, says Micro J's, loud and clear. Go Phil, says Thomas Marshall in the chat. So clearly a DJ Phil fan. Right, we are currently on board with Daz, who we're just checking is on a valid lap. PN stays to one side. Max Mulder, Noza, Dean Wasocki, Hypertech are all still in the pits. They need to get out on track to get a qualifying lap in. The others can't qualify, of Sekulovic and Smoky Devil, but Dean Wasocki and others can. As car 21, that is Hypertech, who comes out the pit lane at the moment then. And here we go then. Who's your tip for pole position?
One of the McLarens.
Wow. Let's wait and see what happens.
With the better car.
Well, we're on board with a McLaren at the moment of Daz Automatic, still on a valid lap. Car behind him is PM Motorsport, who's on an invalid lap. As Dean Wasocki now comes out the pit lane, so it's just Noza and Max. As I think Max is leaving the pit lane now. Yes, he is. So it's just Noza still in the pits who needs to come out the pit lane. But at the moment, so far so good. Here comes Daz Automatic down towards the start line. What lap time's he going to set? First car on a flying lap goes and does a 1:26.9. That's not bad, but there's room for improvement. He was doing 24s in practice.
Yeah, but I didn't know the temperatures, but of course the track can change during that time.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
It has a heavy impact. Oh, Sooty.
Yeah, Sooty Apex already going 1.1
25.
seconds quicker. So a good lap from Sooty Apex. Here comes Kieran Argent, goes even quicker. So Kieran Argent flying then. Daz back to the pits. Bryn across the line, a 10th off the back of Kieran. So Bryn clearly has good pace tonight in his Lexus.
Yeah. I agree. So Bryn done a cracking job at race one, defending.
Yeah.
But unfortunately he lost at the very last lap, at the very last corner.
DJ Phil crosses line 3.4 off the pace at the moment. Next car to settle up will be PN Motorsport. So PN a long way behind. Noza is now on the track, ready to do his qualifying run. Don't forget, if you're new to SimPlay Motorsport, hit that subscribe button. If you like what you see here, hit the thumbs up button. And then last but not least, make sure you hit that bell to be notified when we are live. Back live tomorrow night for the Pro Series, where they'll be taking on rounds 9 and 10 of the season. Dan Davis and PM Motorsport will be bringing you that action as PN crosses the line and goes 6th fastest at the minute. Next car is actually all the way back to Kieran Argent, provisional poleman, ready to do another lap. And if you like what you see here as well, don't forget to check out Sunday night, where I think Kieran there, did he just back out of his lap a little bit there then? Don't forget to join us on Sunday night for the Porsche Super Cup Series around Brands Hatch as well. Make sure you join us live for that one. Me and PN, and I believe Ivor will be live for that one as Argent stays on his pace. And car 95 of Louis Allen is about to now set a fast lap. Sooty back in the pits after he improved to within 3/10. Here comes Louis Allen, 4th fastest. Sooty waits for him to come through. Car 53, that's DJ Phil already about to start another lap. And then it's Dean Wasocki on a fast one. Aston Martin's in that first race clearly struggled though, Ben.
Yeah, it seemed like a bit off pace too in qualifying, even though DJ Phil improved a little.
Oh, Max Mulder's just gone a little wide. He's still got a valid lap time, but put 2 wheels in the gravel at the final corner. So here comes Max Mulder, who goes P4. So, what would he have done if he didn't go a little bit wide? Next up to do a lap, car 512. That'll be Noza. Oh, has he lost it through turn 1? That's not going to be the fastest way through the track for Max Mulder. Here comes Noza then, up on the curb. Smoky Devil and Sekulovic obviously in the pit lane. They cannot qualify. Which will mean that for these guys. As Noza goes P6, Smithy's gone back to the pits. So has Tibbs. So they've still not got a lap time in. Bryn currently on a lap time. He's the next man to the line. Tibbs comes out the pits now. So Smokey, PN, Max Mulder and Smithy in the pits where they can be getting... Sorry, not Smokey. PN, Max and Smithy all in the pits. Here comes Bryn. Goes P1.
Oh. And the band are at second and third.
Yeah, they're doing all right. They're doing all right. But Bryn, the one who's been the surprise package, I think, tonight.
Yeah.
Here then,
promising for you to see Bentley's at the top.
It's nice, but just knowing that you've got the Silver and Ripper on the track, it may not be the same tomorrow. Daz goes ahead of his teammate Louis Allen as car 52. Oh, Daz has a strange spin under brake in there. Car 53 started another lap. Dean started another lap. Next car on a valid lap is 512 of Noza. All the way down at Dingledale up towards Sheen Curve now. So Smithy's back on track. PN's still in the pits. Max still in the pits. PN's actually on track now. No, he's not. PN's still in the pit lane. Right, here comes Noza towards the start line.
Improve.
Yeah, well, hopefully. Let's see where he is. He's just gone onto the GP section. Noza goes P7.
He's the third Bentley.
Right, come on then, Bryn. Kieran's on an invalid lap. Bryn's on a valid lap. Smithy's back in the pits. What can Bryn do here? Can he extend that gap at the front? Here comes Bryn to the line. Doesn't improve his time this time around. Next car will be Louis Allen on a lap in the Honda. 1 second off the pace. Louis Allen leads his championship. Hasn't won a race this season. So
it's interesting. So
goes to show you how.
Is key.
Yeah, exactly. Consistency is the key. You're right. Comes to the line, doesn't improve. Right, speaking of that, Drivers' Championship, while qualifying is on, the Drivers' Championship looks like this. Louis Allen leads 7 points from exit Tibbs. Then it's Sekulovic in third place, tied with Noza. Yeah, just lost that into the final corner on his own, so that's not going to help him. So the next car will be Noza again. Next up is Sekulovic, who is tied on points now with Noza. Sorry, he's 1 point ahead of Noza. Sutty Apex tied on points with Noza for P4. Argent's in 6th place with Smoky Devil 7th. Daz is 8th. PN 9th. Bryn's up to 10th with X-Fate Silent in 11th. Monkey Boy 12th. Hypertech 13th. Mordecai 14th. Max Mulder 15th. DJ Phil 16th place ahead of Smithy, aka Fix. And Dean Wasaki in the Constructors' Championship looks a little like this. Titan Aura Racing 35 clear of the SRO Pink McLaren, who are now 9 clear of Dynaco Racing, back to front to 4th, East West 5th, and MBR Racing at the back in 6th place. Noza stays where he was. Next car is 24 of Tibbs. We'll jump though to Bryn. Tibbs goes up into P7, and Bryn doesn't improve. Yeah. So not many improvements happening at the moment.
Yeah, let's see improve.
So it is PN done for his session because he's not come back out on the circuit at the moment. Sutty does improve.
Sutty improved.
Yeah, Louis Allen improves to 4th as well. And Kieran Argent.
And they tangled.
Kieran Argent spins Louis Allen around there. Well, Kieran was coming out the pit lane. Louis Allen needs to move. He has. Wow.
Yeah. Argent was coming out of the pits, I believe. It's
Argent's responsibility to make sure that he lets the cars through. Let's see some fast quality laps. Come on, PROAM, says Overtaker in the chat. Hypertech on the board. Not sure who was behind him. Next car to do a lap then will be Noza. Where is Smithy? Not yet on a valid lap. Needs to get one in. So, Daz has gone pole. We've missed that, but Daz has gone pole with a 25-0. So the top 6 separated by just under 0.8 of a second. Noza improves now to 6. Make that the top 7 separated by 0.9 of a second. Next car to come will be Tibbs. Smithy off at turn 1 again. He is struggling. Needs to get a quali lap in to get up the order a little bit. Tibbs stays P8. Improves a slight bit. Next car is Sutty. Bryn's gone back pole. So I don't know when Bryn crossed the line, but he's gone pole by 2.5 tenths. Wow.
Attitude service route.
Bryn absolutely flying tonight. What can Sutty Apex do in this one? He crosses the line. Sutty goes second.
Wow.
Daz to the line.
Yeah, the last corner.
What can Daz do? Don't forget, in this race, this will be McLaren's 500th race start in SimPlay Motorsport GT3s.
He didn't improve.
Daz does not improve. Car 21, that's Hypertech. To the line, he improves but stays where he is. Who's next? It's Noser again. Wow, what a qualifying this is. Bryn is flying at the moment. Smithy's in the pits
close,
once more.
Yes.
Lexus has been good tonight, Ben.
I didn't hear you.
Lexus, it's been very good tonight.
Yeah, agreed. So,
Noser.
Bryn is really flying, it seems like.
Dean to the line, no improvement. Tibbs goes P5. So Tibbs improves. Next car is Sutty.
Wow.
Bryn's gone back to the pits.
So, top 7 is divided by a second.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic.
I like to see stuff.
Tibbs is in the pits, Bryn's in the pits, Smithy's in the pits, PN's in the pits, Smokey and Skulovic can't qualify, Sutty to the line, no improvement. Next car on a good lap is that of Argent, who is now, was second, it was pole for quite a while. Argent, where is Argent? He's P4.
And Aston Martins needs to find pace a bit.
They are really struggling tonight.
Yeah. Is even going to be out.
Argent needs half a second. Sutty's pitted. Bryn's pitted. Are they done for qualifying? Tibbs has come back out. Here comes Argent to the line. Does he find any time? He may get enough to do 2 more laps here. I think Smithy may be done for qualifying. I mean, Smithy will start last. Argent doesn't improve. Noser. What can he do? Dean's on an invalid laps. The car after Dean is then car 35 for Daz. Noser doesn't improve.
Noser.
So it is Daz automatic. So Smithy is now done. We'll start dead last.
Yeah. So Daz should have a chance. The 10th of second. Oh, but he's wide. Oh no, he's wide.
Yeah, and is he going to return that to the pits?
He did.
Yeah, so that's the end for the McLaren. So Daz can't take pole.
Argent is out.
Oh, Max Mulder. Hypertech, sorry, we was watching. Who was that behind? It was Max Mulder. So Max Mulder went wide and has invalidated his lap. Tibbs has invalidated his lap. So can they get round to do another one? That's going to be the biggest question. Driver starts pit. Dean Wasocki is now done. Hypertech pulls in. Hypertech is done. Will Tibbs get to the line? Easily. Easily. So Tibbs will carry on his way. Tibbs will get one more chance. Next car is 53. That is DJ Phil. He'll get one more lap. DJ Phil doesn't improve. 95 of Louis Allen doesn't improve. He gets one more lap. Argent will get one more lap. Can Max Mulder get to the line to get one more lap in? Yes, he will. But will Noser? I think Noser might. He does indeed. Right.
Yeah.
So first driver will be Tibbs. Wow. First driver will be Tibbs to get this one done here. The minute... So, right, who's car 53? DJ Phil has invalidated his lap. He is done.
Oh, yeah. So, it should be Tibbs and...
Max Mulder's done.
Louis Allen.
Yeah, Max has done. He's invalidated his lap. He's pulled off to the side as well.
Yeah.
Oh, Tibbs! Tibbs, big wiggle! Well, that may put to bed pole position. Yeah, Tibbs is slow, so he's off.
Oh, and he went up.
Louis Allen now slides through. Louis Allen!
Oh, and
he's invalidated his lap time. Here comes Argent.
So, then Argent.
Argent and Noser, the only two. Argent's off!
Yes.
So it's just Noser!
So, what a chain reaction. So, Noser should be alright.
Wow! So all of a sudden here, everybody's on a lap. And then all of a sudden, nobody's on a lap. Absolutely brilliant to see. But here comes Noza, the only man who can ruin the party for Bryn. Bryn, though, could be on for a pole position. He's not had one for a while. Here's Noza. Stays P7.
Not enough.
So Bryn will get pole position in the Lexus alongside that of Sooty Apex on the front row. What a qualifying for Bryn. A race win stripped away from him at the end, but a P1 in qualifying. Absolutely fantastic. As we just await Max Mulder to come around, as he's now going to put it into the pit lane. And we get ready to start this race. So it's Bryn alongside Sooty. Row 2 is Daz and Argent. Row 3, Tibbs and Louis Allen. Row 4, Noza and Max Mulder. Row 5 is Hypertech and Dean Wysocki. Row 6 is DJ Phil and PM Motorsport. Row 7, Smokey Devil and Sekulovic. Row 8 on his own, Smithy at the back. But Ben, Bryn didn't get the race win, but he's got the pole position.
Yeah, so another chance to prove that he can win. Let's see if he'll win. So that automatic is only P3. So
yeah. In terms of your tip for the race win, who do you think's going to get it?
It's a difficult choice. I go with Bryn.
With Bryn, right?
He definitely like hell, and so I think he can do it again.
I'm going to go then for Argent. See what Argent can do in this one. You get your votes in for the chat between all you guys in the chat watching. You get your votes in as well. So one for Bryn, one for Argent, just to be different. Let's see what happens. Just to say as well, by the way, Ben, that pole position for Lexus is its first ever pole position at SimPlay Motorsport.
Oh, well, congratulations to him.
Yeah, well done, Lexus. Well done, Bryn. In fact, for Bryn, how many pole positions is that for Bryn actually now? Let's have a look. That is Bryn's 4th pole position.
4th.
And I'll tell you, he's done a lot of races as Bryn. He's nearly at 150. So Bryn has done. This is his 144th race start, and has got 4 pole positions. He's now tied with Smokey Devil, NJ, Little Leech, Laney, Keegs, JM Grill, Emo Guy, Cobb, Leon Fernie, KLF, and Bryn all on 4 pole positions. Bryn, though, could have had his 3rd race win in race 1. Can he get that race win? Number 3. He's currently on 2 wins, but the man alongside him, Sooty Apex, 14 wins to his name. What can go wrong here? That's actually Bryn's 2nd podium in the season.
Bentleys are there.
2 Bentleys, yeah, 2 Bentleys, 1 McLaren, a Lexus. The Aston Martins, it's hard to judge with Smithy because he's 1 Porsche and he's on the pad, but the Aston Martins are the 2 difficult ones for me. They've not had pace. Right, the driver's coming round to start their formation lap. So Ben thinks Bryn, I've got Argent. A lot of weaving. Yeah, a lot of weaving going on behind Bryn here. Bryn not really warming his tyres up too much here.
Yeah. It's like the famous Kimi Räikkönen.
Yeah.
Everyone's waving except him.
Leave Bryn alone. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah. He indeed knows because he did a lot of.
Hypertech's missed the start. Hypertech has missed the start, so he will have to be.
It's not his first time, is it?
No. I'm not too sure actually, but either way, that is a shame for him. He will have to miss the start.
Yeah.
And will be a lap down. And
he will be a lap down. Yeah.
Smithy in race 1 was having controller problems. He's just messaged me. His controller kept turning off.
So by the way, not sure what with Hypertech because race 1 he missed his pit stop, and now he missed the start.
Now he's missed the start. Well, he's a lap down. He'll have a lot of work to do in this race, that is for sure. But for round 10 of the season, this marks the halfway stage of the season. It is Bryn on pole from Sooty Apex as they come into clearways now. Lexus from Bentley, from McLaren from Bentley, McLaren Honda. Race start initialised. We are green and go here, and it's a good start from Daz on row 2. Sooty and Bryn just bounce off each other a little bit, and Daz and Bryn get caught up. They bounced off the wall. They tag Sooty. Absolute carnage at turn 1. And who has got away with it?
Oh my god. No, Noza is the lead. Noza has the lead.
Noza! Wow, Noza leads from Louis Allen. Absolutely fantastic. Aston Martin lead. Honda second. DJ Phil is third.
Is it?
Well, I'll tell you what, Sekulovic and Smoky Devil, they didn't qualify. They're now sitting up the order.
Not sure what to say.
Now, interesting start.
It started with Bryn and with one of the Bentleys.
Bryn and Sooty tapped, and then I think that put Bryn into Daz.
Yeah.
So it's no. So
and they started a chain reaction, a turbo chain reaction.
So after sector 2, it's Noza from Louis Allen. When the cameraman picks him up, there we go. So Noza, Louis Allen. There was a car off on the gravel just there. Then it's Sekulovic. Then it's Smoky Devil from the back of the grid. Max Mulder's 5th. DJ Phil 6th. Smithy's up to 7th. PN is in 8th place at the moment. As that was actually PN off. So Dean. Oh no, Dean was off as well.
Dean is off, and
Dean is in the wall.
2 cars.
Dean is in the wall. Right,
Sekulovic off.
I don't know what. Oh, yeah, still. Big time. Right, so what's the order?
So it should be Smoky again at P3.
So it's Noza, Louis Allen, Smoky Devil.
Ban, is he?
Yeah, he had a qualifying ban. He come from the back of the grid.
Yeah, and he's not P3.
P3. DJ Phil is 4th. Smithy is 5th. Tibbs is 6th. Sooty gonna look up the inside. Sooty, send it. Oh, he's got that horribly wrong. Taps Tibbs. Tibbs trying to come back underneath. Argent is 8th. Bryn is 9th. Max Mulder 10th. PN 11th. Sekulovic 12th. Dean 13th. Daz already in the pits 14th place. Hypertech and last. And a lap down. Well.
Green Wolfinator in the chat said red flag.
Yeah, red flag. Bruno in the chat. WTF. Not going to repeat what that means. Moment. Was a red flag moment. Right, Sooty's gaining on Smithy here. And he comes into Hawthorne's now.
A lot of job.
Oh, yeah, brilliant. Yeah, we've still got a few from last night to sort out. Sooty looks up the inside of Smithy. Sooty gets the job done. Good move from Sooty there. He is now ahead of Smithy. And Bryn in the wall at turn 1. Lap 1. Well, that means that Bryn's had a horrible race. What a pole position, but not the race start he would have wanted, Ben.
Yeah, it was just unbelievably strange. And that Louis Allen is leading the championship without the race win. I think he has now a great chance because I was about to say he started the game, but Noza pulled away a bit.
And with Tibbs down the order as well, this will really help him. Daz in the pits for a long time, and he's got to pit again, let's not forget. So Argent's ahead then of Smithy as well as Tibbs. They've both got past. Bryn's going to try and catch Smithy now as well. But you could see a lot of drivers in the pits early on. Sooty's going to look up the inside on the exit of DJ Phil then at the first corner. And Sooty, you have to feel for Sooty because Sooty just got collected in all of that. Sooty up the inside of DJ Phil. And is that job done? Yes, it is. Sooty makes up another place. Argent's got past Tibbs. And now Smithy has got Bryn all over the back of him. Well, race 1, good start to the race, nice and clean. Race 2, absolute chaos.
And by the way, Bryn has the damage, but I think he'll wait for the pit window.
Yeah, I think so as well. Daz has been passed by Hypertech, and this just goes to show why you should always keep going in the race, because Hypertech has now passed Daz. Daz has got a clean car though, but will have to pit again. Bryn trying to make that move on Smithy up front then. Just can't get past at the moment. Bryn hampered here with a bit of damage to the car. Hypertech, don't forget, is unlapping himself, so he's got to be careful not to make contact because he is being shown the blue flags. In fact, he's let Max Mulder go. So Max Mulder now on the back of Bryn and on the back of Smithy.
Tibbs and Argent are side by side. And Tibbs is doing a switchback, so I think he jumped Argent, yes.
Yeah, good move that. Smithy's gone high. Bryn goes low. Max is looking in the middle. Max is now going to look up the inside of Bryn. Bryn's going to look at the inside of Smithy. Breaks early because he didn't want any of that. And then Hypertech tries to get through as Max as well gets past Smithy. So good job there from them two. Was that Argent back out of Tibbs? It was, but he's gone deep and Tibbs gets back through.
And Bryn is still stuck behind Smithy.
It's that damage that's hurting Bryn at the moment, isn't it?
Oh, and they... Smithy, I thought he is about to spin, but he saved it.
Yeah, well held from Smithy there. Argent, oh, he has a moment.
And
Look at Smoky Devil.
Bryn lost it. Bryn lost a big one with that.
Yeah, look at Smoky Devil, Ben. 4/10 off the back of Louis Allen here. It's a Smoky Devil flying.
And... No. So
Smoky Devil round the outside.
Smoky outside. But wow, what a beautiful move from Smoky.
Fantastic move. Could Smoky Devil be on for a race win here? So Noza leads from Smoky Devil from Louis Allen. Sutty is now P4.
Not sure what's with Louis Allen.
Phil is P5. Argent's back out of Tibbs in 6th. So Tibbs is 7th. Max is 8th. Bryn has now got ahead of Smithy. So Bryn's 9th, Smithy 10th, Sekulovic 11th, PN 12th, Dean 13th, Hypertech 14th, and Daz bringing up the rear. But what is Daz to Hypertech? We'll see in a moment if Daz gets there before Hypertech. He doesn't, so Daz a full sector behind at the moment. As Argent gets past DJ Phil. We've just missed that one. So Argent ahead of DJ Phil. As we drop back to Sekulovic, he's got past Smithy. Smoky Devil's got 3.7 seconds to catch Noza. Can he do it, Ben?
Let's see. Yeah, Smoky closed 2 tenths.
He has gained 2 tenths. Tibbs is side by side with DJ Phil as they come down towards Hawthorns. Tibbs up the inside, Phil around the outside. Phil actually held on to that, so well done DJ Phil. Now Max Mulder has a look, can't do anything about it. DJ Phil stays ahead of the 2 McLarens as they come in towards the final sector. Tibbs now being pressured by his teammate as Bryn's now under pressure from Sekulovic. Argent was wide. DJ Phil still stays ahead. And this is fantastic. Laura in the chat, come on Smoky Devil, she says.
Yeah, Smoky has chance, but he's a little off time.
He's lost a bit, yeah.
Sector 2.
Tibbs gets past DJ Phil. Max Mulder's now trying to look past DJ Phil. Can he get that move done? He can. Round the outside, Phil breaks.
Noza was wide.
Oh, that's not going to help
Really?
him. Smoky Devil's actually got Louis Allen catching him a little bit here.
And stands.
Bryn has been
Not
passed.
that much by the aspects of it.
Bryn has been passed by Sekulovic. Oh, Hypertech's very off here. Well off at Graham Hill.
Yeah, I saw something, yeah.
So Hypertech off. Can't rejoin yet because Smithy's there. Well, that's going to allow Daz to catch him a little bit. So as he goes through sector 1 now,
yeah,
that's going to allow Daz to catch him. Dean still nowhere near the back of PN at the moment. PN cruising up the road. But don't forget the pit window will open in 1:27 seconds. Louis Allen's trying to gain on the back of Smoky Devil once again.
When Bryn is struggling.
That damage is really hurting him, but he's clearly waiting for the pit window.
I think Bryn will be the first one to peel into the pit straight. When the pit
I agree. So they've got a minute left until the pit window opens. Louis Allen actually caught Smoky Devil a little bit. Sooty Apex is catching both of them. So Sooty's trying to come on it. Smoky Devil, we said that BMW, Ben, at the beginning of the season, didn't look very good in the wet. But when it's dry, the BMW looks a good car.
Yeah, it did.
Right. Through onto the GP circuit they come. 3.9 is the gap out front, Noza to Smoky. So Noza has pulled away a little more once again. Sooty's got the gap down to 2.3. Just dropping back to DJ Phil. Has Sekulovic got past him? Yes, he has. Max Mulder. Oh, Max Mulder and Hypertech are facing the wrong way.
Oh,
Not sure what's happened there, but Max Mulder's now got
Not
damage.
sure what
Dean's
happened.
nearly past him, so Max is down in 12th place now. So not sure what
not the best
happened
race
there.
for Max.
And the thing is now for Daz, Hypertech's now got damage, and Daz automatic, well, he can catch him a bit quicker now. Noser doesn't pit. Smokey doesn't pit. Louis pits. Sutty stays out. Argent 2 wheels on the grass while he's got Tibbs tried to catch him. Does Argent think of pitting?
Louis.
Argent boxes.
Yes.
Tibbs, no. Sekulovic surely is going to pit here.
Yes.
Yep, in he comes. What about DJ Phil? He carries on. Bryn, I
DJ
imagine, will
stays
come
out,
in.
And Bryn will sure pit.
Yeah, Bryn pits.
Yes.
So Bryn into the box. What about Smithy? Round he comes. Is he going to stay out? Yes, he does. PN Motorsport, what's his tactic? I imagine Max Mulder and Dean Wysocki and Hypertech may all pit, as may Daz. Here comes PN, bounces along the curbs. PN into the pits. Max Mulder stays out. Dean Wysocki stays out. Hypertech stays out. What about Daz? Interesting tactic from these guys.
Yeah.
Louis Allen, first man to finish in his pit stop. Does Daz come into the pits? Well, Louis Allen's on his way out.
Race 1 undercut was a better strategy, I believe.
Yeah, it was. It does seem to be that. Louis Allen pit exit, fine. Daz is in, fine. Sekulovic, I don't think Sekulovic has repaired his damage because he's away here. Argent's away as well, so Sekulovic has jumped Argent.
Let's see.
Right, out comes Sekulovic.
Yeah, the bumper is still scrappy, so he didn't.
Here comes Argent. Now Noser puts a lap on Argent then. As the leaders come round, Smokey doesn't box. Sutty's in. Tibbs, does he think of pitting? I think he is. He looks like he's slow in. He is slow in because he is going to box. So Tibbs comes into the pits as PN Motorsport is done and will be away. What does DJ Phil decide to do?
That's the DJ Phil.
No, he stays out.
Is
Bryn's having a long pit stop here. PN comes out the pits. What about Smithy? Is he going to pit? No. Max Mulder. Bryn is now done. Bryn's now away. Excuse me. Max Mulder stays out.
Stays out.
Yeah. Bryn on his way out.
Too.
So D stays out. Hypertech is in.
Hypertech.
Yep. Daz is on his way out.
This time.
Hopefully he does, because he doesn't want another disaster. Daz is on his way out. So now, where is Noser on track? He's by the back end of the circuit. He's got Kieran Argent right behind him, and Noser at the minute. Well, if he's going to think of boxing, he won't want to do it this lap. Sutty's out the pits. Exit Tibbs is out the pits. Tibbs quite close to Sutty. Both get pit exit bang on. I think Tibbs may not have repaired his damage. Noser stays out. Smokey stays out. DJ Phil a long way back as Tibbs is trying to gain then on that of Sutty Apex. And so far so good at the moment if you are these drivers. Hypertech in the pits still. DJ Phil not yet at the pit lane exit. Neither's Smithy, neither's Max, neither's Dean. But the closest fight on track is this of Sutty Apex and Tibbs, Ben. So that's Bryn about to unlap himself from Smithy here. As Smithy hasn't... Smithy doesn't pit. Max doesn't pit. Does Dean pit? Ben, chaotic race 2 that's just quietened down a little bit at the moment.
Yeah. Yeah, it was only the opening lap that was a big disaster, but it's looking alright now. I'm curious if Nosa pits this time.
Yeah, I think he's got to, really, hasn't he? He's still got just under 6 minutes, actually, so he's still got a lot of time before he actually has to pit. But here comes Nosa. He's got Argent actually creeping on the back of him here. And he does. Oh, late call. Argent nearly hit the back of him there.
Yeah.
So Smokey Devil is going to stay out. Here is DJ Phil. He's only halfway around the lap. He's just gone into sector 3. So DJ Phil a bit further back at the moment.
let's see, Smokey tries a overcut and let's see if it works.
Right.
He
Bryn,
has a clean track ahead.
question for you, Ben. Bryn has got a clean car. He's 15 seconds off the back of PN. That's 1 second a lap he needs to gain over PN. Can he do it?
Well, oh, and we have 15 minutes, so I'm sure he can catch him, but overtaking is another, like Murray Walker said.
Smithy into the pits. Max Mulder stays out. What about Dean Wysocki? As we'll jump to Noser in a moment. Dean currently running in P6. He's got 4 minutes 40 left of his pit window, and Dean comes into the pit lane. So in he comes. Noser's on his way out. So Noser at the minute has dropped down to P4. Will drop down to, I believe, P5. No, I don't think he has, actually. Car 35. What car's that behind him? That's Daz, who's a lap down. So Noser out the pits. Louis Allen is just coming through turn 1. As Smithy and Dean Wysocki in the pits. Dean nearly stopped in Smithy's box there. So let's see what happens with them two. Here comes Smokey, though. Is he going to pit this time around? Daz ahead of Hypertech still. No, stays out.
Smokey
Going
stays
long.
out.
He's going very long here, Smokey. Yeah.
So he can gain back. So he can gain a position. I think.
Don't forget, if you like what you see here, make sure you hit that thumbs up button and the bell to be notified, and subscribe to the channel if you are new, as we will be live tomorrow night, 8 PM UK time. Dan Davis and PM Motorsport will be bringing you the action of the pros, where me and Ben will be on circuit, as well as that of the Porsche Carrera Cup Sunday night, the British tracks, where myself and Pian and Ivor will be bringing you the action there. Dean Wysocki's coming out of the pits. Smithy was fine. Out comes Dean Wysocki. He's just been repassed by Pian, has he? Well, Dean was a little hesitant to come out the pits there. He was a little slow, so Smokey carries on. Phil carries on. And Max Mulder's in. So where's Noser? So Noser P3. Louis P4. Sutty's 12 seconds behind. Sekulovic trying to catch Tibbs. Tibbs is off. He's off. He's had a big moment. I think he's kept it out the wall. Where's Argent? Argent's gaining on Tibbs now. But a big slide from Tibbs. Sekulovic now running up the order.
Oh, and Smokey was a bit wide.
So Smokey wide. Is that going to hurt him in terms of his tyres? Is he by the end of the lap? He is indeed.
Yes, he is, it looks
yeah, he's
like.
boxing. Yeah. In he comes.
Let's see if his overcut tactic worked.
Well, Max Mull. Well, where's Noser? So Noser is just coming on to Pilgrim's Drop, while Smokey is just about to get stationary. Smokey has just stopped now at his box. So we'll see what Smokey can do. Max Mulder coming out the pit lane. Oh, Max Mulder!
Stop go.
Stop go penalty for Max Mulder.
Speeding.
As Smithy's just got past him. Well, we said
that can happen.
Do you know, as we said, will Bryn catch PN in 15 minutes when he was 15 seconds behind? Oh, Dean. Dean's in the wall at the start line. So Dean in the wall. As we said, will Bryn catch PN? The answer is yes. Because Bryn is 5 seconds off the back of PN.
Oh, I never thought it would be that quick, actually.
Noser takes the lead. Smokey Devil has lost out to Louis Allen. Where's Sutty now? Look in the background. Can we see the blue Bentley? No, we can't. Smokey Devil back out, but he's in P3. So his tactic
like
then,
I
Ben,
said,
didn't work.
Under looked better tonight.
Yeah, it did indeed. So Dean with more damage. Max Mulder with a stop-go penalty.
So DJ Fish should pit now, and Noza will still lead, and Smokey swapped places.
Bryn's
Bryn's
got ahead.
Before.
Well, Bryn is actually on the back of DJ Phil. DJ Phil is actually a lap ahead of Bryn. In fact, no, where is it? Where is DJ Phil? DJ Phil's still in the lead, actually. DJ Phil's, he's not pitted yet. He's not pitted. Well,
but
he's just been passed by Bryn. Oh, just in. Yellow flag, that's car 21. That is Hypertech, who's had a moment. DJ Phil just in the pits. So Noza will lead. Louis Allen second. Smokey will be third.
And I believe he's serving it up go penalty.
Yeah, he's in for his stop-go. Dean's got past Hypertech. Daz has got past Hypertech. Is Daz now on... I think Daz is now on the same lap as Max Mulder, as Hypertech will be as well. So Daz has got a chance here to really gain some time over Max Mulder then. But at the minute, it's Noza from Louis Allen. That gap's 4 seconds. 4 seconds back to Smokey. Sutty's got 5 seconds behind. Sekulovic is 4 behind him. Tibbs has got Argent really behind him as Max Mulder clears his stop-go. Tibbs goes defensive. Argent goes the long way round at Druids. Here comes Argent. Can't get the move done, though. Argent and Tibbs, they was battling before the pit stops, Ben, as well, yes?
Yeah, it looks like he has a little bit of damage.
Argent does look the quicker car. DJ Phil's having a long pit stop. He is just struggling to get them tyres changed. So where is Bryn? Well, put it this way. Phil pitted and has been in the pits for that long. Bryn has done a whole lap and he's going to
Bryn
pass
has
him.
Overtaken.
So Bryn's through. PN will get past. Wow, so PN Motorsport is now through.
What happened?
DJ Phil is going to be behind.
Like the DJ Phil had
No,
that.
I didn't think so. Dean has passed him now. Daz is now on the same lap of Phil.
And now he goes.
Right, Daz is now
That's
on the same lap
interesting.
of him. It is very interesting. DJ Phil out the pits.
He was leading and now he's P12.
Long. That was a long pit stop. So what is it? 1 minute.
That was really,
1 minute
really
28. Let's say for Bryn. 1 minute 28. 1 minute 29.
Yeah.
And Bryn passed DJ Phil as DJ Phil pitted. So that was a very long pit stop for DJ Phil there.
Yeah.
As Hypertech stays well out. Max Mulder's back in.
Is he?
Max Mulder's back in the pits.
What
Yeah.
happened?
Not sure. So Daz. Daz has a
damage.
big
Yeah,
chance to get past here. So we're on board with Daz at the moment. Daz is just coming up towards the final part of the track. Max Mulder still is stationary in the pits, and did Daz just hit the back of Dean Wasocki?
Oh, someone went off. Yeah, it was Dean.
Yeah, I think Daz hit the back of him. Dean is back on. Oh, Dean's got damage.
Yeah. I thought he was like pull off.
Oh, he's returned to the pit lane. That's going to give him at least a 2 minute pit stop there.
Yeah.
Dean would have been better off driving that back to the pits because now he's got to wait for 2 minutes.
Smith is P8.
Smith is P8. Daz is now P13 because he's got past out of Max Mulder. Will Hypertech get past? Max Mulder, Hypertech's coming around the final corner. Max Mulder's coming now. And here comes Hypertech. Is Max Mulder out of the pit lane? He's off the limiter now. There's Hypertech in the background. Here comes Hypertech on Max. Hypertech up in. So Hypertech will be 14th. And they're both now on the same lap as Dean. So Dean really needs to get back out on track. Not many battles happening at the moment in this second race.
Yeah. I believe the closest gap is between Max and Hypertech, so...
Right, so then here, this is going to be interesting because Smithy, 6.5 seconds ahead of Bryn, and Bryn we saw really close down on PM Motorsport. He's really now charging to close down on the back of Smithy here. So Dean's probably got to serve his 2 minutes in the pit, so Dean will need to get done and out as quick as possible. This could put Dean last in this race from 12th, which is a shame. And Smithy now has a chance. Smoky Devil's closing on Louis Allen as well, by the way.
Yeah, and little drop off from Noza.
Right, we're on board with Smithy.
Ooh,
Daz
yeah.
gets past Dean. Which means Hypertech will get past Dean, which means Max Mulder will get past Dean. So Hypertech is where? Just at the last corner with Max. Dean still yet to move at the moment. Can't see his dot moving on the track map. Bryn is now right on the back of Smithy here.
So
He's right on the back of Smithy now. In fact, Brinner's really caught over Smithy here. Dean is now down to last place, still not moving from the pit lane yet. And here comes Bryn. Smithy very sideways.
Ooh, Smithy.
Very sideways. Bryn gets through. Job done.
It's a brilliant save yet again from Smithy.
Loves getting that poor sideways, doesn't he?
Yeah. And again.
Just noting that
He
Dean...
really,
Go on, Ben.
he really was the right to goal.
Just noticing here that Dean... Oh, no, Dean is now away. So Dean is going to rejoin this race. He's a lap down to Daz Hypertech and Max Mulder. Sorry, he's not a lap down, as he's just crossed the line.
Oh.
In fact, he is. He's on the same lap as Daz, but Daz about to lap him. Max wide and has lost time. He's had a bit of a wiggle there as Max as well, so he's lost time to Hypertech. Smokey, though. Smokey's trying to get on the back of Louis Allen.
Dean is such a gentleman. He lets everyone.
Yeah, he needs to get back on the circuit here. No, he doesn't want to stop.
Yeah,
He's got to get...
and not sure what he is doing, but
He needs to get back on this track.
yeah. So after Hypertech, he is the second driver who took the rallycross layout.
Yeah, indeed he is. Well, there's a clear track in front now. Dean needs to get back going, and he gets back going now, it looks like.
Yeah.
Hypertech has lost out to Max Mulder. Max Mulder's gone deep at Druids, though, as they've got Dean just in front of them. I don't really know what Dean is doing here. I don't know if he's letting them through or what, but yeah, Smokey gaining on P2.
I think he just want to finish the race to not have a qualifying ban, so...
Yeah, he doesn't want to be a danger on the track. Stewards will be watching that one now. Right, Smokey Devil right on the back of the Honda. So Smokey Devil's been catching Louis Allen. 3 minutes left in this race. We're on lap 18 as Noza just starts it. And here comes Smokey Devil. BMW versus Honda. And nothing can be done at Paddock Hill Bend. Hypertech still on the back of Max Mulder.
Oh, he had a better exit, but Louis Allen defends the inside.
And the thing here for Louis Allen is he's going to be holding Smokey up. Sutty's only 4 seconds behind. So can Sutty quickly get on the back of these pair? Smokey, though, goes to the inside line at Surtees. And has he got this move done? Yeah, good move. Smokey Devil, P2.
Yeah, it looks like yes.
Good move. Smokey's had a good race.
Yeah, he started from bottom last because of the qualifying ban, and he's just a P2, so easy.
For some reason,
But
YouTube won't.
Trying to fight back.
For some reason, YouTube won't let me vote. Won't let me start a poll. So, guys, girls in the chat, get your comments in for who you think is driver of the day. As it won't let me do a poll. So get your comments in for driver of the day, unless I can do one through this. Let's have a look.
And Noza has an 8.8 gap lead.
Yeah, he's flying at the moment,
So-
isn't he? He's absolutely flying.
If it's a mistake, we can call him a winner, I believe.
He's he's been fantastic. Right, we're not able to get a poll up, so I'll have to leave that one for today. Hopefully it'll let us on YouTube. It's still saying apparently that I've got a poll active.
Yeah, the race to winner poll is showing that it's active.
Yeah, I can't see that on my screen. So I'll tell you what, let's come back out of that,
Interesting.
and then let's go back into that.
So,
And then will it give it me now? Let's see if it gives it me now. Right, yes, end poll. So that should now end.
well, Max
Hopefully that
Mulder
has
has a
ended.
spin meanwhile.
Bryn to Arge.
Joe his tires. Oh, watch out, watch out.
Oh, Max is round. Yeah, Max is
Bryn.
fully round. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Bryn's lapped him. Dean gets past. Dean's unlapped himself now. from Max a lap.
Ooh, and Louis Allen tried to fight back with Smokey.
Right, leader, as we've just been told, is on the final lap. Max Mulder very twitchy here then. Smokey Devil and Louis Allen trying to have a good battle at the end. This is absolutely fantastic to see. Louis Allen trying to attack on the final lap. Sooty is within 2 seconds. So what will happen here between these two? Could invite Sooty. Here comes Louis Allen though. He's got the inside line for Druids. No, he doesn't. The BM just outdoes him.
But Louis Allen looks like to have a better exit. But
wrong side of the track though, Ben.
yeah,
Wrong side of the
line.
track. Yeah, wrong side of the circuit. And Sooty's coming here, Ben.
Yeah, he closed in.
There is Sooty, in fact. Look, right in the background as Louis.
I think Louis Allen gave a little bump.
Yeah, I agree. He now looks to the inside at Hawthorns. Could Sooty get a podium here? We're going to keep our eyes on Noser to see when he gets to the end. That is Max, who is very slow. He's letting the leaders through. There is Sooty, there is Smokey, there is Louis Allen. What a drive this could be if Sooty gets on the podium, but what a night for Smokey Devil. He's had 2 good races.
Yeah.
As we go back to Noser now, then it's going to be round 10 and an absolute brilliant round for Noser. He is going to win his 2nd race of the season. A great finish for Noser, race winner of round 10. Smokey Devil looks like he's going to hang on for P2. That is 3 podiums in a row for Smokey Devil. Fantastic to see. He gets P2. Louis Allen, P3. Sooty Apex finishes down in P4. Sekulovic comes across the line. P5, quiet race for him. Here comes Tibbs. Smithy has finished P9. Now we just await exit Tibbs. To cross the line, as that is a slow McLaren just behind. So Tibbs, P6. Daz Automatic, a disappointing night in P12. Argent will get that of P7. Max Mulder down in 13th place as well. Smithy, P8. Smithy, P8. Not sure. Somebody has left here.
Did a solid job.
I don't know who's left, but whoever has left, thank you very much.
Oh, yeah, someone was left.
Because now we don't know where people have finished.
I'm watching.
It will tell us at the end, I'm sure, but somebody has left. Sekulovic has left the lobby.
Sekulovic.
So thank you, Sekulovic.
Sekulovic.
Yeah, so where did Sekulovic cross the line? 5th.
Sekulovic.
Tibbs was
P5, yeah.
6th. So Max Mulder 14th. Which means PN. There we go. Look,
P5.
it changes now. So brilliant. So Sekulovic P5. PN Motorsport down in 10th.
Yes.
With DJ Phil 11th. That means Dean Wasocki was 15th. With Bryn up in 8th. And then Hypertech down in, I think, 13th place. Yes, it was. So a good result there for them. So that then, that then is your racing done. We will be back live next week from Kyle Army, brand new to the SimPlay Motorsport calendar, brand new to SimPlay Motorsport in general, where me and Ben will be live next Wednesday night for Pro-Am. Ben, any final words tonight?
So, I will give my drive today to Smokey Devil.
Yeah. I agree with you there. Right, championship standings look as follows. Louis Allen leads by 13 points from exit Tibbs. Noser now in P3. He is 20 points behind. Sooty Apex 26 behind in P4 with Power Sekulovic in P5. Smokey Devil up to 6th. Argent 7th. Daz in 8th. PM Motorsport 9th. Bryn 10th. Hypertech P11. X-Fate not seeing him tonight. P12. DJ Phil goes above Monkey Boy in 13th. Monkey Boy 14th with Max 15th place. Smithy in 16th. Mordecai 17th, AK Fix 18th place, and Dean Wasocki bringing up the rear. Teams Championship then. Titan Oro Racing lead the way. Excuse me. 297 points, 43 clear of SRL Pink McLaren Racing, with Dynaco Racing P3, Back to Front Racing P4, East and West P5, and MBR P6. And that was McLaren's 500th race, but it didn't get a race win. It's not had a race win all week, so it still is 4 wins away. What a shame to see. Will the McLaren win tomorrow night? Join Dan Davis and PN Motorsport tomorrow night for all the action. here at SimPlay Motorsport. And then join me in PN Live on Sunday night for the Porsche Carrera Cup. Myself and PN will be back live Tuesday night for AM. Myself and Ben will be back live next week for PROAM. Thank you all for joining in. Catch you later. Good night.
Yeah, good night.
Right, we're clear.
I have to, I have to revise that start madness.
You have to start what, sorry?
I have to revise that first lap madness.
Oh, it was crazy. It was absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
Right, I'm